Boo! Scared you. I know I did. YouTube told me to join the channel again. It was right. YouTube gave you some good advice there, I'll be honest. I just checked a minute ago, and it turns out this is the #1 top stream on the internet right now. It's the best stream ever. I was not aware, but it turns out this is the best stream ever made. I didn't know that. That's crazy. But I get it. I've seen the stream. It is pretty incredible. Hello! Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are doing good. I'm floating right now. Just flying around, just being a dude, flying around. Oh, is that a wave behind us? That kind of reminds me of the water forge object that we made yesterday. Oh my god, look at those 3D waves occurring with foam and ripples in the water over there. That's cool. How did we do that? That was crazy. This mod is coming back. It sure is. This is the same mod as the ODST City mod. It's all the same. You know, the ODST City is just a whole big thing, but you know, it's a separate forge canvas. This map will also have some of the ODST objects. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. But you know, over here in this grassy map, this is our #1 biome. It's our favorite one. I can't wait to remake my canyon map. Dude, if you remake your canyon map, it's gonna look so good. Oh my god, it's gonna look so good with all these new objects and the textures and everything. I'm genuinely excited. One thing that'll be really nice, that we're definitely going to have to fix today, if you look at my chair here, we are floating. The physics for these big old objects that I'm on right here have always been a little bit iffy, to say the least. I'm remaking on every biome. Dude, that would be crazy. I'd love to see it on the snow biome. The snow biome one would go crazy. We're also remaking all the old forge pieces that were kind of like ugly and broken and, I dare say, bad. So, for example, you know, we have like the new Valhalla base. You know, speaking of which, I haven't even spawned in the new Valhalla base on this map. I want to do that. I want to put it in the water. Should be a crate type object. Let me add it in. You guys will see it here. Under Forge, should be Valhalla Tower. Yeah, there it is. Here's our brand new, behold, Valhalla base. I did not realize it was this big. Holy hell. In fact, I would love to work on this a little bit today. Ooh, is that a completed model? Oh, I forgot to put the bottom on there. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. But that's nice. Ooh, Valhalla base sunken into the water. Very vibey. Alright, let's turn the sound on. And most importantly, let me turn the webcam on. Hi, hello. It's me. I'm the guy. Good to see you. Or is it? You'll have to figure that one out. Hey, Jank! Thanks for the 14 months, man! I appreciate it. Over a year membership. Thank you so much, dude. I bet you won't play the video I posted in support. In support? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? No, I know what that video is. I'm not playing it. I don't want to hear ooh-woo grave mind quotes. No. No! Demon! Thank you for the 5, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, dude. I see you're keeping the name. Taking my suggestion I posted in support chat, I assume? This is a joke. Yeah, I haven't even talked about it yet, but... yeah, I could keep it. There's nothing like inherently wrong with it, but anyway, people don't even know what I'm talking about. So this mod obviously is a overhaul 2.0, tons of new features, tons of upgrades to the original Ultimate Forge mod. Much better overall, much nicer, much prettier. But I was thinking I don't even necessarily need to keep the name Ultimate Forge. I was thinking about changing the name of Ultimate Forge to something else. Oh, it's so much brighter in here now that I got the glass to shine light through. Oh, I just saw it. I see water in the floor. That's so wild looking. I like that. Will this one have the audio included with it? Yes, that was an old thing. That doesn't happen anymore. The audio is now included in this mod. It's all, we don't have to worry about it anymore. In fact, also, one thing I'm going to do today is on this Valhalla Tower thingy here, I'm going to add in some grav lifts to launch you, because I think it makes sense. It only makes sense that there's grav lifts on the Valhalla Tower. It'd be kind of weird that these are just empty and off, but yeah, these will have it. What would you call it? I don't know yet. I was thinking if I was going to rename the mod away from Ultimate Forge, it would probably be something like, I don't know, Halo 3 Forge Reborn, Halo 3 Forge Redone, Re-somethinged, I don't know. I mean, Ultimate Forge isn't bad. That's why I'm, like, kind of okay with it. Also, can we just talk about, like, I love how this water plane came out, dude. This looks awesome to me. Is that just me? I feel like Halo 3 Forge Redux. I feel like Redux, that word doesn't have enough, like, oomph to it. That's why that's what I do like about the name Ultimate Forge. It has some oomph to it. But I'm so happy. This is the, you guys remember the old water plane in Ultimate Forge? This new one looks so much nicer. The way it like fades and interacts with terrain and stuff and has like foamy waves. I can't get enough of that. I know I'm tooting my own horn here because I made it, but like it's such an, it's like a shocking level of improvement over the old one. Joe, thank you for the 2. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. The name already has brand recognition, like I said in supporter. I don't know how big of an issue it's going to be if you just edit the pre-existing mod page's title. I mean, it's just something I'm thinking about. I haven't come up with anything better or heard anything better than Ultimate Forge 2.0. So more than likely, I am just going to keep it as Ultimate Forge 2.0 unless something else comes up. I'm not thinking like super intensely, deeply on it, but it is, you know, something worth considering. Why is that there? I have to figure out where that stray line of pixels is coming from. But anyway, the mod is starting to come together and it's really good. So I'm going to quickly go over what we did yesterday. And then we'll continue. So the biggest thing that we did yesterday was we got 3D grass all over the terrain pieces now. So when you're building your grassy terrain, you have all these little grass strands kind of poking up, adding a lot more like nature and life and vibrance to the entire forge piece here, which I'm a big fan of personally. I think it looks really pretty and very nice. So that's cool. That's pretty cool. Happy non-birthday. That's true. It's not my birthday today. Happy not birthday to me. My birthday was yesterday. Rejected. Yo, Rain! Happy birthday. Well, late happy birthday, but you get the gist of it. I hope you had a good one, though. Fucking a Rain. I mean, not everything's about me. I find that a little hard to believe. Right, anyway, so this is, as you guys can see, it's all constructed in Forge. It's a bunch of Forge terrain pieces. It's a bunch of Forge trees, a bunch of Forge rocks, a bunch of Forge cliffs, and Forge water and everything. All of this I just placed down here in the editor to test out and see just how nice can you make the nature look. And I'm going to be honest, except for not having like baked in lighting and stuff, it actually, to me, looks really nice. I'm very pleasantly surprised and pretty happy with how this all came out. Even the seams here in the grass, they're not very like crazy noticeable. They look pretty good. Like if I start placing down a bunch of these flat, oh, that's the cliff, the grass pieces, where is it? There it is, terrain flat grass. So like I want to try making a ramp out of this really quickly. I'm so curious. Can I do that? Can I like take that, drag it upwards a little bit like that? And then maybe I can like flip it around and do a little bit of that. I want to just see what the possibilities of this terrain really are. Because overall, it looks pretty good. Like, you know, it's pretty nice. Go a little bit there, a little bit there. Kind of blend it, and we could do maybe even an in-between piece like this to just kind of fill that gap. A little bit there, do a little bit of that. Like that looks surprisingly good. Can I drive up that now? Let's see. On in a hog. I gotta get something other than the police hog. And you know, let's do a brute chopper. Why not? Brute chopper's got some power. Demon, thank you for the 2, man. Appreciate it. Locust, question mark. The locust in the mod. It's still in the mod. Looks as good as ever. I haven't spawned it in a while. I can spawn it in though. But yeah, locust still in. Looks awesome still. Dude, this looks so smooth. Like, not only do the new grass textures look great, but also the way the terrain is shaped is so nice. Like the edges are dirt, so anytime an edge pops out, you don't just have like weird grass side showing up. Like you can kind of visually understand, like, oh, there's a little bit of a cliff here, there's a little bit of an edge, I gotta kind of climb over it. It's dirt. He's ignoring, I'm lagging it. Locust AI. Oh, I didn't think about adding Locust AI, but yeah, absolutely, because we have Scarab AI. We have regular Scarab AI and then Halo 2 Scarab AI. So absolutely, yeah. Dude, this does feel very natural. I'm such, dude, fantastic. So some of the stuff we're going to be doing today is we're going to be adding in some extra fancy terrain pieces to kind of make everything look and feel even better, including large versions of the grass and stuff, large cliffs. We're also going to be adding in and fixing up some of the old forge pieces that looks bad. Those grassline pieces look so good. I think so too. I'm glad you agree. I mean, look, now the comparison between the old grass objects and the new one is like night and day. It's like not even close. Here's the original, where is it? Rock flat large. Do I have rock flat medium in here? Flat medium desert? No. Here, rock flat medium. Okay, so this is the old one, dude. This is what we had in Ultimate Forge before. This is the comparison. It's just such a stark difference now. It's like, yeah, technically it was grass. It was kind of the saturated green grass. You know, it had textures. It had grass texture, and there was a little bit of detail. It did have a little bit of that brown stuff. And now it's like, oh, what's this? The actual grass texture with the correct colors, extra shading, extra depth, the rocks on the edges, 3D grass poking out the sides. It's awesome, dude. It really, it mogged. Absolutely mogged. The old grass is terrible. Disgusting. Get it out of here. How did we use that? Ew. The globe is insane. It is, and we're not done yet. The new cliffs look way better, too. I mean, the old cliffs, honestly, the old cliffs weren't even bad. I didn't really have any major complaints with them. They just weren't faithful to the original biome. The original, like, Halo 3 biomes. This is what the old cliffs look like. I think they're pretty nice. They're, like, higher contrast, so you could say that they potentially look better visually because of that higher contrast, but these are using, like, authentic Halo 3 campaign shaders for, like, mountains and stuff, which I think these looked fine, but I think these just have, they genuinely do have higher detail because they're using better textures. Like, you can zoom in on this one, walk up close, and you can see, like, all kinds of nastiness. Then you go over here, and it's like, oh no, that's, like, super HD Halo 3 campaign textures using campaign terrain shaders and stuff, so very nice. How could you ever think that was good, Drake? Old grass is so bad. Well, I mean, it's easy to say it's bad now because we have something so much better, but before that was all we had. It's funny, too, because it really, the 3D grass blends the terrain super nicely. It really just adds a lot of visual noise, and, like, you really can't even tell where the seams in the ground are anymore. Like, I know where it is because I just placed these objects. There's a seam right here. You know, you got, like, grass and stuff poking out. But when you back up, it all just kind of fades away, and it looks like one large homogeneous piece. Official opinion, thank you for the 270. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Met a friendly cat on the street today. Nice. I hope you made friends. Remember where that cat was. Come back with treats. Feed the kitty. Make him happy. Make his day. Joe Bro Reactions. Thank you for the 20. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, dude. The Forerunners have blessed you once more. I will take this blessing in stride. I appreciate your support very, very much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. You know, you keep coming in randomly, Joe Bro, and just like dropping big super chats on me. I really do appreciate the support. It does mean a lot. I hope that this mod can live up to your expectations. And Demon with the $5! Thank you. Appreciate it. If you delete the old grass, how is that one guy going to remake his map perfectly? He remakes it by hand every time. Brains remakes that map every time by hand, which is crazy to me. At least I think he does. And anyway, it'll be worth it because like it's so much nicer. It's crazy too because like underneath all these pieces, there's even more grass. You can flip them upside down. It's really a waste of resources to have to render it all, but I mean, I can only do so much. No problem in the best. Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys gotta stop being nice to me. You guys gotta stay. You're being too nice. You're being too nice. Stop it. Stop. All right. Anyway, one of the things I gotta fix on this is the physics model. I just noticed earlier when I was setting up my stream that for whatever reason there's just like a floating physics area over here. I think this is what part of the object is that? Like the tip of it. I think that might be the backside. I gotta double check. No, that's, what is that? Why is that there? What am I floating on even? Like, I don't understand. Don't want to tear it all apart, but I must. So I'm floating on, like, the part near where the hill dips down. The hill like dips toward the back, and then there's like the hill, and then it goes like another hill on the back, and then on the back side of that second hill right here, you like float. And it's like a pretty large area that you can float on. That's got to be fixed. So anyway, we'll definitely fix that, but this entire object, I'm gonna have to like shrink wrap everything to a crazy degree. Even thanks for the 5, man. Appreciate. He does it because he wrote down the coordinates of every forge piece, including the old grass pieces. Oh, well, you could still do that. As long as the new grass is the same shape, I'll be fine. It is slightly bigger, but it is roughly the same. It is the exact same shape. Just, I think, I could shrink it down, but I'm going to probably keep it at this new shape. This is where it's at. It's also rotated 90 degrees, but very, very, excuse me, very similar. I would say it's like 10% longer, 10% larger. Maybe like 15%. It was just small enough before where it was kind of useless. Most people didn't end up using the small one enough, so I figured maybe it'll be a little nicer to have it be larger. Yeah, we need to fix this little floaty area there. Does Zoggen get you what? That's crazy. What a night and day difference. I'm so happy with that. But we can't just sit here and admire work. We got to get work done. Very important work. I can work with that? Hell yeah. I'm also rebuilding a bunch of different objects, like I said, so I need to do the physics a little bit, but I want to add the man cannons. Do you guys think it'd be wise to build the man cannons into the Valhalla towers? I think the Valhalla towers are weird, only having like man cannon spots and then no actual man cannons on them. I think it's just strange. I kind of want to add them. Also, low-key, I want to make 3 man cannons on it, because I just realized I actually could, I could put the man cannon cover over this. I might do that. What do you guys think? Should we? I could actually cover both man cannons on the side, because right now it's kind of asymmetrical. It's a bit odd. A little bit odd. I want to have only one Valhalla base. Maybe make them a separate forge object. No, I'm trying to do that as little as possible. Not acknowledging my dono. Sorry, Joe, I got distracted because you donated at the same time as Demon. You tipped it at the same time as Demon donut, I mean. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 2. You said, acknowledge my membership milestone, Drake Botgun. My bad. I did miss it. Thank you for the 27 months, Joe. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, shit, I had this milestone? Goku. I expect nothing less from you, Joe. But thank you for 27 months. God damn. That is a long-ass time, dude. I really appreciate it. And then Brains tipped a $5. Brains, thank you so much, dude. Thank you, thank you. You said, looking incredible. I hope you add flat terrain pieces, grass, snow, etc. Also, you should open the other man cannon hole in Valhalla Tower, then make the blocker a forge object so people can choose to block them. Also, if the man cannons aren't integrated, it's not a bad idea. Well, I was going to integrate the man cannons. That way you don't have to spend forge budget on placing your own. Obviously, you know, it would potentially break certain maps if there are man cannons built in, but I thought maybe it would be smart to do that. What do you guys think? Man cannons built in or not? So if I build the man cannons in, I suppose I could put a blocker, so even if there's a man cannon there, you could have it be blocked up. Water looking good, right? I love how the water came out. Literally just an illusion. It's a 2D plane, but look how fancy this looks. Like, it keeps blowing my mind that the water looks so cool, because, where is it even? Where's the center of the water? Like here somewhere. It's under the ground. Oh, I think this is it. No, that's the terrain. Like, look at this. The way the water, like, fades in with the objects. Like, I can just move this down and suddenly it's like, oh shit, now there's like a river running through here. Like, I pull it back up and it's like, oh, just kidding. I just think that's so cool. And also it has like splashes and walking water sounds I didn't have before. It's so nice. You can, like, your Spartan is like faded into the water and stuff now. It's a much better object. Swamp map? Yeah, you can make a swamp map easy. Easy. The integrated, we need a blocker for sure. You know what? Fair. Fair, fair. It would literally just be this object right here. This, like, block. Because the only difference, I think, between this side here and this side here is that there's a block. I presume there's also not the little grills underneath it as well. Yeah, no grills there. But you can see underneath it even has the man cannon. It's literally the exact same thing, but there's no grill. So there's that. I like how we can't see the harsh edges of it intersecting with the terrain geometry. Yeah, same. That makes a huge difference to the visuals, in my opinion. It makes it feel much more, like, realistic. It also is, like, I actually would not have been able to do the waves if it wasn't for the fading at the edges, because the fading at the edges hides the fact that the waves are not actually 3D. It's an illusion. So the fact that that's there means you can't tell that the water is actually just flat the whole time. It's very nice. Joe, thank you for the 2, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Me stream be lagging. If it be lagging, I can't give the stream some money. It could possibly be the stream, but most of the time it's the viewer's internet. Although it looks like at least 2 other people have said there is lag/buffering, so IDK. I can check stream health. I have bad news for you. Stream health is at excellent, which means there are no issues to speak of. I'm afraid you're having a skill issue. Demon, thanks for the 5. Some! Or no, you said some. If you know enough about swamps, you get this. Nah, no idea. No idea. Miss Dono. I see Turbo. Yo, Turbo Slim. Yo, Turbo Slim. Thank you for the 2. Turbo Slim, thank you for the 2. You said Gatorade or Powerade. There is a right answer. You're right. There is a right answer, and it's Gatorade every single time, and it's not even close. Powerade's a knockoff Gatorade. Changed my mind. All right, anyway. I love watching the water. It's very pretty. Your coffee is running? No. No. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Coughing my lungs out here. All right, I really want to add the main cannons to this, so I'm going to add the main cannons to this. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add the main cannons, but I'm also going to block them up. Or I'm not going to block them up. I'm going to add blockers to them that you can put over them. I think it'll be cool. I just have to figure out exactly what the main cannons do in Valhalla. This will be a small detail, but we're going to do more than just adding main cannons to the Valhalla Tower Forge object. I also need to, like, get the Forge object itself to have a lot of detail and stuff and be all fancy and nice, but we'll get there when we get there. Oh. Can't beat blue flavored Gatorade. True. Blue. If I'm at like a gas station and it's hot outside, I am getting blue Gatorade, and you cannot change my mind on that. Blocker should be easy. It's basically separate. Yeah, I'll literally just. It's probably just like not have. Yeah, I just gotta like texture the bottom of it. There's like a couple, like even this bottom part that's hidden even has textures. So it's literally just like this face right here needs a UV map, and then I'm done. It's so easy. And I just make it an object. Its physics model is like stupid simple as well. And having the man cannon on, even though it's there, shouldn't be an issue. You might see a little bit of blue poking out or something, but I'll make it so the actual physics object for the man cannon is like hidden away. But I'll mostly just be copying and saving the actual main cannon, the Valhalla main cannon object. For the most part, easy. So let me go ahead and open it up. I'm going to go into the background here. Where is the Valhalla Tower? I've been working on so much stuff recently that it's like hard as hell to find all these things. I think the Valhalla Tower was in my huge grass folder because I actually originally made the tower as a map object for huge grass. So let me see here. Beam tower? Structures? Yeah, okay. Structures, Valhalla Tower, Forge 2. Alright, here it is. This is what our Valhalla Tower looks like. You can see a bunch of physics objects on it. I'm just going to hide all those real quick. Shout out Green for making the physics model. But alright, here we go. Oh! I have an alarm. Okay. Give me 2 minutes and we'll get started. I gotta go. I'm gonna go take the trash to the curb real quick because it's trash night. And, you know, with the way that my brain do function, if I don't do it right this very second, it won't get done. Shout out to anybody with ADHD in the chat. Do stuff immediately or else it doesn't get done. Pro tip for the day. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry for the abrupt chair stream, guys. Just had to take care of a quick errand there. We're so back, though. We're so back. This is what we were working on before. Really fast and really quickly adding in some of these grav lifts. He's back now. Read my dono. All right, let's see what I missed while I was gone. Joe tipped $2. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Said Drake, can you believe that we have some members in chat that have not linked their YouTube accounts to their Discord accounts in their Discord settings to get supporter access? I'm looking at you, Rusted Wrench. How else are you going to join game nights and playtest? That's true. We're going to be doing test versions of Ultimate Forge 2.0 very soon. As you can see, the mod is getting to the point where I need to start allowing people to test stuff to find bugs and issues and all kinds of stuff. So if you want to be a part of that, I open it up to all YouTube members. It's the best way to do it, in my opinion. So if you want to do that, you should definitely link your YouTube account in your Discord settings. The bot on my Discord server will automatically give you the green light. Pretty cool, right? One of the best perks of being a member in my IMO. If I'm IMOing honestly. All right, I'm going to separate all this out really quickly. There's a whole lot of stuff selected, a little bit more. This is the blocker. This is what actually on the left side of the Valhalla base blocks up the man cannon. So I don't know why. I always just kind of assumed there were 3 man cannons on each base in Valhalla, but it turns out there's actually just 2, and one of them is blocked up. Kind of surprised me, to be honest. GZ 100. I'm gonna take this. Oh, looks like I missed a triangle. GZ 100. And then it looks like we're missing this piece, so I'm gonna take this, duplicate it, GZ 100. All right, so here is our blocker. I'm gonna save this to Valhalla Tower Forge 2 -blocker, and I'm gonna thank FTNE for the 2. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Name, Huge Grass, the boxed collection. But what about the snowy map? That's not a huge grass. That's a huge box. Or that's a huge grass. Fuck. You know what I meant. That's huge snow. It's different. Jesus Christ. There's so much stuff. I missed a rectangular face? No. It's perfect. No. Watch this, GZ 100. Could I have missed this? Absolutely not. GZ 100. I didn't miss anything. You've been lied to. What does this use? Is that? No. The face, the purple face is right there. Okay, so anything that's purple face right here. That's GZ1, GZ50. And then turns out I actually yoinked the wrong faces somehow. Oh no, wait, that's probably what's supposed to be there. Yeah, that purple down and then a blue up. Undo. But is there a purple down? Yeah, there is. So the blue on the ground here on the bottom is actually... hide all that. This... No, I already duplicated that, so that's good. Yeah, we're good. But that also means this isn't supposed to be there. And that that's supposed to be there. Right? Is that right? Somebody tell me that's right. Checking my notes, and according to my intricate calculations, that is absolutely correct. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. This is GZ50. Flip GZ minus 100. GZ50 again. Alright, now we have the correct blocker. The blocker is safe, so this can become a forge object. Very cool. Hey, Davy Jones! Thank you for the 5, man. Appreciate it. She opened my edge till I compiled. She compiled my edge till I opened. She edged my compile till I opened. She opened my compile till I edged. A lot of open edges there, man. You should get that looked at. I don't think that's healthy. But you know what is healthy? Subscribing to this channel, which you should be, because that would be epic style. Actually, a real term. I don't know if you guys know. That's one of the newest phrases out of the Oxford English Dictionary, epic style. Cursor to world, or no, cursor to active. Then I select this. Then I do origin to 3D cursor. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Now it will have 3 active man cannons. Very cool. Then all I have to do is apply the mirror modifier and delete the original because I duplicated it. And would you look at that? Join it together. It's beautiful. Except the other way around, because... No, except the other way around, because... No, except the other way around, because... No, except I needed to go the other way, so that... There we go. Perfection! It's pretty cool. Let's, we don't want this blocker here. What is this? Hide these two. Yeah, whatever. Actually, isn't this just the render model, but... Oh, no, that's the collision model. Okay, so the collision model is just a render model. So this, duplicate. Wait. We need a new collision model. This one has the material Valhalla base. What I'll do is I'll duplicate this render model. I'll link the materials to this one. Then this one all gets to be assigned to Valhalla base. And I delete the old render model. New old collision. God, what am I saying right now? Anyway, the collision model's done. It's good. Your bullets will hit the things they're supposed to. He did it. He linked his YouTube to his Discord. Huge! Real rusted wrench in supporter chat. I'm gonna pog in the text chat, not out. You know what I mean. Right. So that looks good, but you know what doesn't look good is this sad reality that we don't have man cannons on this. So we're gonna fix that immediately because it's very sad, very very sad. So Halo region default. Here's how this is gonna work. I am gonna duplicate this tower object. I'm gonna name this man underscore cannon. Then I'm gonna spawn in a cube right here, scale it up pretty big, and then I'm gonna delete this other crap because honestly, very unnecessary. Now I'm gonna do origin to geometry, and we're gonna do a little bit of rotating on this thing. I'm gonna scale it down till it's kind of thin. And I'm gonna drag it over here, drag it up, rotate it 45 degrees, good enough. And this is gonna be invisible. In game, this cube right here is gonna become invisible, but it's actually going to be the man cannon itself, the area that launches you. So drag that there. I think that would be a good location to get launched from. I think that'd be good. So we'll have that right there. Then another thing we need to do, since we have all these rotations and stuff saved, is I need to create a new empty object. Hi, Weasel. Hey, Weasel. There we go. We'll need to make a new empty object here. A little arrow object. Make it kind of big so we can see it. And then what we need to do is attach that to the bones. That's right. The Valhalla Tower has bones because everything in Halo needs bones. Anyway, there's our new marker. It's attached to bones. And what we can do from here is give the direction. So the direction, if you consider this like arrows, like a directional arrow, X should be forward. We're going to do RZ minus 135. Then we're going to do RY 30? RY minus 30. I think 30 is pretty good. That'll launch you pretty nice and high. So I'm going to put that roughly there. To global. The actual position of this doesn't matter. We're basically just using this to get a direction. The vector, essentially. If you know some math stuff. Pretty cool math moment right there. And then I'm going to mirror this. Generate a mirror modifier. And in order to get it mirrored correctly, I'm just going to go ahead and grab something on the center here. That probably is centered well enough. And we're going to set our cursor to that, and then we're going to make sure the origin goes to the 3D cursor. And this basically means that it won't work, and I'm sad. That's what that means. Nande, thanks for the 2! Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Apply its rotation. Boom. There we go. Now that its rotation is applied, that was pretty good. Pretty good. Why am I doing a mirror? I don't need to do a mirror modifier. I just need to duplicate it, rotate it 90 degrees, and then slide it over. Like that. That's pretty good. And probably bring it down a little. Maybe forward? Yeah, that's alright. I'm noticing the physics model for this side piece is like enormous for some reason. I'm gonna just like rink that in a little. I really do need to go through and clean up this physics model at some point. It's a little bit messy. That'll do for now though. We got that there, and that means we can duplicate this thingy too. Rotate it 90 degrees. Drag it over here. Oh, I do need to give these names. I'll call this man cannon. That's right. And then this one will be man cannon left. And then last but not least, we'll go ahead and duplicate these. Rotate Z minus 45. Yep. And we'll move that to the center here. Not bad. This one will become man cannon M. M for middle. So on the forge object, that's where the middle man cannon will activate and yeet you out to. I think this one needs to be a little bit further forward. That way the blocker can activate and not like cause you to get sent flying into the void. Also, I do need to add the effects. I almost forgot about that. Make sure these all have Z of 44.916. They do, very good. In that case, I was like, oh, it doesn't really matter where these are placed, but actually I'm going to use these for the effects on this as well. What I need to do is center all of these and probably have the effect be... I'll have to test in the exact position by putting this in game, but I think probably around there will be good. And then I'll have to lower them down, because this is where all the blue plasma-y particles are going to come from. We'll do that. Okay, now we can export. Yo, Nande, thank you for the 2! Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. He said, "Guh." I feel you. I feel you on that. That's real as hell. Alright, well now... Oh, one last thing. Almost forgot. These need to have a special material. This new material is going to be called Man Cannon. And I'm going to assign that to there. I'm going to remove the original. And then these two are going to link up their materials with this one. So now they all have the Man Cannon together. So now we export. And the reason I needed to give them a special material there is because when you're in the physics model and you're like, oh, golly gosh, gee, I want to make a man cannon object and I don't want these to be solid cubes, you do in fact have to make a special material for something like that. Otherwise the game will cry and it'll do a little poo-poo pee-pee. And you'll have a cube there instead of an invisible region that, you know, shoves you in a particular direction. And that's not very epic. So, we need to find out where to put this, which should be under Objects, Levels, Multi-Alpine Sandbox, Forge, Valhalla Tower, right here. So that newest one was Valhalla Tower 3. We'll delete the old stuff in here. And then we can actually, we don't even have to import it manually, we can just go into here, find the Valhalla Tower model, which should be right here. Click the model tag, and then we do bulk import. And there were obviously edits to the physics model, collision model, and render model, so it's good that we're actually going through and doing all of them, because that was a lot of edits. Where's the Woman cannon? Sorry, that one's too weak and fragile. That one, that's the grav lift. The grav lift equipment is the Woman cannon. Around here, we get Ford F-150s and man cannons that launch you halfway into orbit. You'll be re-entering the atmosphere at Mach 6 with the man cannon. Football! Weasel, you slide out of my lap, girl. Yeah. There you go. So here's how we turn it into a man cannon. It's actually pretty easy. I'm going to quickly grab the actual effects and stuff from multiplayer, though. So we're looking for Riverworld. I bet it's in Objects. Is it Objects Riverworld? Man cannon river. Yeah. So the ones we want are the physics model for it. So this is the actual, what I'm opening here, the actual Halo 3 vanilla man cannon. Pushes everything with no values, apparently. Looks like there's a vehicles one. Directional acceleration is 60 and 11. So this is for pretty much everything. I'm not going to go through the effort of making the vehicles one any weaker. Ready, marker name, man. Can't, oh, you know what, actually? Because they all use different ones. Okay, I need to actually give all these different names. So this one's going to be man cannon L. Assign that. This one can become man cannon M to save a little bit of time. So that's man cannon M, and then this one is going to get another new one as well, called man cannon R. I'm going to assign that right there. Okay, now that I've split them up into 3 different ones, we're good, and they'll each have their own direction that they accelerate you out to. Let's run that real quick. Tool, physics, objects, levels, multi, alpine, sandbox, forge, Valhalla Tower. Alright, there we go. Physics going in. Now then, we will copy this from the actual Valhalla Tower. I'm going to delete this first one and this last one. And I don't know what latching disabled means, but that's a thing. The marker name for the first one is going to be man cannon L. And all it has is a directional acceleration of 60 and a max velocity of 11, which means to make it actually function, all I have to do is go to... Alright, it doesn't exist. Are these not set as... Oh, these are set as markers. Whoops. Oops. That again. That's saved. Supposed to be physics. Okay, now that the physics is imported, we have all of them here. So we're going to do man cannon L first. We're going to tie that to the first phantom volume. And we're going to go in game. It's not going to have any effects yet, but we're just going to see if it pushes us. I'm going to be honest, guys. That shit ain't working. Oh, I didn't set the marker, did I? Man underscore cannon underscore L. Let me up. Oh, there we go. Not bad. It works. Pretty nice. Is that the motherfucking Gulf of America? Yeah. Is that official yet? I heard that was a thing, and I keep looking at Google Maps. I'm like, is this real, or have they just been fucking with us? I'm not even invested. I'm just like, is it gonna happen? That's interesting. That's a big deal. I mean, the second one, and then the right one is the third one. Alright, so now we should have all three main cannons technically functioning. So we go here. Okay, so could use a little work. That one bumps you against the edge there. That one just works pretty good, honestly. Oh, it seems a little fast. Not bad, though. Now I want to add the effects to it. So I can tweak the physics, obviously, at any point. That's not a big deal. But what is a big deal is getting the actual effects that I think look very cool. So I'm going to copy these attachments onto our actual Valhalla Tower object. So we'll spawn it in here. So this is the full Valhalla Tower object, and I'm going to spam those little attachments on there. So when Phantom Power goes on the marker, I think I'll do main cannon center for now. Marker, man, cannon, middle, when the Phantom Power activates, and the sound will be also on man, cannon. I should probably make custom markers for this, just so I don't have to spam them all over the place, but that's good. But the only thing is, though, these are just two sounds. It's cool, I can hear it. You can't really hear it over the music, but it's there, it's going. So that's cool, I guess. But that also means that I need to get the FX for the Riverworld stuff. Okay, man cannon, river, short. Does this have effects on it? No, this just has sounds. Alright, what that tells me then is it's not an actual object that creates the effects, but it's an effect scenery object, which means that would be in the actual levels folder for it, which I can presume would be here, man cannon. So man cannon dot effect. What I want to do is add this as an attachment. We're going to go tags, levels, multi-riverworld, which if you didn't know is the code name for Valhalla. Throw on the little main cannon effect. Let's see, did it work? Oh, right. Primary skill should not be Phantom Power. It should just be on there. And also the main cannon dot effect. I'm just going to steal it. I'm going to go to tags, objects, levels. I'm going to bring this into the Forge, Ultimate Forge, Valhalla Tower thingy here. And then I've got to set its marker. I'm going to set its marker to on up. I'm going to set it to replace. That way I can choose it on the actual attachment. All right. I do not see it. There we go. Oh, it's coming out at a really high angle. I don't think that's the angle I have that man cannon. Whoa, did not mean to do that. If I launch on this, I don't think it shoots me straight up. We got the sounds now, that's nice. But the actual effects, I figured I would probably have to do this. I'm going to duplicate all of these. So this one is going to be man cannon LFX. This one's going to be man cannon. Actually, I'm just going to do man cannon FX for all of these. And I'm going to make that all of their names. And all of them are just going to share that name. And what this will do is I'll basically only have to do one attachment, and then it'll just spam it onto all of them. The problem is it seems to be up at... It's not going straight up. It's slightly tilted downwards. So I would say it's probably emitting at about a 45-degree angle. I might be able to fix that pretty quickly, actually. Oh yeah, I just noticed. That's the reason I was bumping my head on this all the time. It's supposed to be up a decent bit more than that. I know the physics model's a bit wonky here, but that shouldn't really be a huge issue. Rideable Halo 3 rat when? We need animal jousting. That's true. I was supposed to do engineer jousting a while back, which still sounds really fun, by the way. Okay, that looks good, but the markers themselves... They're actually at the perfect angle. So I'm not going to change that. I'm actually going to change the effect. So well, let's export this out. Let's get our physics model updated, and our render model for that matter. Valhalla Tower here. We're going to re-import everything on it. And what we actually want to do is on the effect, everything I presume has an angle that it is offset by. Yeah, it's off by 50 degrees. So I am going to set that to 0 for every single particle. So anti-grav light was at 50. That one's at 50. Another 50. And last but not least, the distortion was at 50. Now, they should point straight out. What? Okay. Right, so this now needs to go to main cannon FX. There we go! Main cannons. Hell yeah. So I might need to move them back a little. I feel like they're... This one might not be too far forward. Let's see how this works. Okay, that one's still a bump on. Well, that's a physics model issue, not a... That one, I feel like just I fall real quickly. What about the middle one? Middle one feels great. Nice. That's pretty sick. And then you'll be able to block these up as you wish, but that's pretty cool, dude. Pretty cool. Hey, Joe, thank you for the 2! Appreciate it, man. Check support chat real quick. Also, is that the real No Room for Error guy in the chat? Yeah, that's the developer of No Room for Error in the chat, Green Knight. He's literally right here. Wait, is this real? Gulf of Mexico, parentheses, Gulf of America. I literally looked earlier today and I was like, I'm so curious, did they change it? No. Oh, they changed it, dude! It's Gulf of America on Google Maps now. No way. Mine doesn't even say parentheses Gulf of America. It just says Gulf of America. Dude, we live in a society! I would show my Google Maps, but it has like my address and stuff on it. It's actually there, though. That's wild. Crazy times, man. Crazy times. Tell me why. I don't know. America got big dick Ford F-150s. It's the Gulf of America now. Something like that. I think it's kind of cool, honestly. I can't really complain. It's like, I'm just kind of here observing. I'm like, neat. They changed it. I honestly don't feel any real attachment to it. I'm just kind of like, I'm a guy. I'm here. That's kind of neat. I like history happening. That's cool. Zoom in and it shows the parentheses apparently. Oh. I'm zooming. Oh yeah, it does. It says parentheses, Gulf of Mexico, parentheses, Gulf of America. That's crazy. Dude, isn't it? This is a really stupid thing to say because obviously this is how it works. But it's wild that you can just be like, I run America and we have a big, powerful military. And I'm just going to say, I'm going to change the name of stuff because I can. Because everybody's weaker than me. And they can't do anything to fight me on this. It's now the Gulf of America. Wild shit, man. Crazy. Now when I'm like trying to nerd out and see if there's any severe weather forecast for me to go storm chase to, next hurricane season, all of the forecasters are going to have to be like, all right, looking at some low pressure zones in the Gulf of America. I'm going to be like, oh, that's so weird. It's not the Gulf of Mexico anymore. One of Trump's dumbest decisions? I mean, I don't think it's dumb. It's a little pointless, but it's like, all right. It's kind of just like a show-off kind of thing, is the way that I think about it. He's just showing off. At least it's not inaccurate since the whole continent is America. Yeah, that's true. It's a decision driven by a power trip. It's stupid. Yeah, it is. It's very, like, ego-based, I would say. That's cool, though, I guess. I mean, like, I don't really feel one way or the other about it. It's just kind of, yeah, it's just a flex. He's like, I'm flexing. I'm like, eh. All right, I guess. Neat. That's about it. That's where my thought process on it ends. I'm just like, neat. They changed the name of a whole area. Crazy that they can just do that. Anyway, are you winning? Yeah, look. On the Valhalla Tower, I added man cannons. That's kind of cool. So now this is a whole forge object with 3 man cannons on it. Whee! They're kind of messy right now. I need to rebuild the physics model for the whole thing, but do you think the next president would change it back? I don't know, dude. Politics be politicking. I don't really know. There's a train outside that's going crazy. We got a man cannon that launches you at Mach fuck into the stratosphere. I could, yeah, I actually definitely could. Be even more pointless if the next president changed back. Honestly, if I had to say, what just happened? I just heard a train come to a full stop outside. It was so loud. It went How the fuck's the train stopping here, bro? Go away. Weasel? Yeah, Weasel's here. She's on my arm rest. No, I think it would actually be super dumb. Not that I'm a politician or anything, but I think if the next president changed it away from Gulf of America, people would probably hate that. Because now that's going to be like in the minds of people who love the country and are like super patriotic. They're like, yeah, that's us. We're America. If the next president's like, we're going to change it away from America, people are like, you fucking hate us. That's that you hate this whole country. The people are going to say some shit like that. So I'm going to be honest. Bad move. I wouldn't change it back. People are attached to that now. It's a sign of like power and like, yeah, America kind of shit. I'm happy with this forge object though. I think it's cool. Why do hot pockets keep increasing in price? I buy the big boxes. They're like, now they are getting more expensive. I don't know. Probably have eggs in it and eggs just got more expensive. Call it the Atlantic Gulf. That's kind of a boring name. It should be Gulf. If it's already been known as Gulf of Mexico forever, it's got to be Gulf of something. Can Red Bull sponsor and be like, it's the Gulf of Red Bull now? Let the oligarchy continue. I want the Gulf of Red Bull, baby. I've seen a ton of mods use of Valhalla base. It's a good someone finally prettied up the bottom half. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a pain in the ass. But I was finally good enough at Blender. The trick to doing that turned out to be adding new transform orientations. Because it was really obnoxious before because I couldn't figure out how to get the perfect angle to continue the like precise angles the Valhalla tower had. I spent hours doing this, by the way. You can still see the original seam where the ground used to be on it. But I found out, I was like, wait a minute, I can just grab this edge right here. I can make a new edge for it. And now I can use that to go like at the perfect Y angle of that edge and continue the whole structure. So I was like, oh, that's so neat. So that basically fixed the entire issue and I was able to just continue it. I spent a long time texturing it, making it look nice and stuff, but yeah, I think it came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It doesn't have a perfect physics model yet, though. It's going to be kind of a pain in the ass to do that, but I'll get to it. Gulf of 36.5 trillion in debt to international central bankers. Oof. Real. Oh, not my dead man. I just live here. Gulf of Ram Ranch. Is there a Gulf of Mombasa? Can we get a Gulf of Mombasa, please? I thought we were modding. We are modding. Look, I added main cannons to the Valhalla object. Well, now that that's like done, it's basically done, but I'm like hitting my head on this thing over and over, which is like fine. Actually, I'm not hitting anything anymore. I thought I would. Oh, I do if I walk forward into it, but that's just because the physics model's a little wonky. I just need to fix it. Yep. The water's nice too. I'm still gushing about the water. We got a little swamp right here. It looks cool. But now that the Valhalla base is better, I'll worry about it. I'm not going to bore you guys with physics models on stream. Rejected shotgun marijuana stream. No, I'm good, dude. I used to be a stoner, actually. I used to be a big stoner. I would smoke weed like every single day, but not anymore. I quit. What structures does the mod have so far? So many. So many. I don't even know where to start. We got the new grass. Oh, these aren't structures, technically. Well, they're sort of structures. He's healing. Yeah, I mean, I stopped smoking, like, years ago now. It was definitely for the best. I was not somebody who was very compatible with THC. It was not good for me. Just, made me very tired and slow, and also, like, I have ADHD and I didn't know at the time, and I would just like get no work done because it would just slow me down even further. And it was already hard for me to do stuff because ADHD be doing the things that it does, making you very forgetful, not having good focus and stuff, and it just kind of amplified that even harder for me. I know some people it does the opposite, it kind of locks them in, and I envy those people, but I just was not one of those lucky few. So I ended up quitting smoking because it was just kind of being harmful to my work and my life, so do not regret it. It was very cool. Also, it would make me anxiety riddled sometimes, which was very unpleasant, very uncomfortable. I realize you need a tolerance suite if you have ADHD, otherwise it does that to you. I used to be like that. Well, to be honest, the problem isn't weed or THC or anything. It's how powerful and how potent the new strains have been grown to be. Growers have prioritized the crops that have the most THC content in them, and the marijuana from the 70s was not like that at all. Weed in the 70s was very different, and a very, very different chemical makeup, way less THC, way more other stuff. Nowadays, it's just like pure THC, which is essentially a psychoactive substance at this point. I think it literally is a psycho. I don't know why I said essentially. It is a psychoactive substance. So you just get like it blasts you on the face. The stuff that people have nowadays is really different from the OG stuff. Like really, really different. And I'm gonna be honest, not very enjoyable. Check stream chat. All right, I'll check stream chat real quick. What's going on in stream chat today in the Discord server? I'm scrolling. Viewers are joking about renaming the Gulf of Mexico due to recent oil discoveries. Gulf of playing Halo Wars 2 multiplayer. Viewers are talking about Halo Wars and seem excited about the modding community's work with it. Is the AI ever right? I feel like the chat summary AI is the dumbest shit. It is never correct. Ever. It's always wrong. What a stupid fucking feature. Trash. Doo-doo. Caca. Bad. All right, well, one thing I want to do, I don't want to bore you guys with physics models, but also, dude, I need to get this physics model for the grass like actually good. Right now, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make 2 pieces of grass. I know, riveting. What I'm gonna do for this one is flip it over. Now we have these 2. We can see both pretty well. What I'm gonna do is drive a mongoose over it, or a warthog, I guess, very slowly. Actually, War Dog wouldn't be good because it's got wheels, and those could kind of like... What would be a good thing for this? This thing uses collision model for the wheels, if I ever recall. I don't know, we'll see. Ultra... The gaming chair was actually really good for testing it. I'm gonna ride the gaming chair over this, and I'm going to try and find any areas that have weird collision. I already know of one area that has bad collision. I'm gonna try my best to get that. Joe, thanks for the 2, man. Appreciate it. Get on bot, stream chat. I'm not playing Halo Wars 2 multiplayer. I'm not. Okay, already I'm floating a bit. Man, I wish I could make a better physics model automagically. It is such a complex forge piece. Here it is. I'm gonna save this to a new one. I'm gonna temporarily remove all the grass. That way I can actually just see what I'm looking at. Alright, better. Here is our grass, technically. Is its raw shape with none of the grass blades on it. And let's unhide everything, hide the grass. Essentially, the main issues that I'm seeing is like this piece is floating way too high off the ground. A lot of these pieces are just absolutely miles off the surface. I'm not seeing too many areas where you get stuck, but whenever I decide to make the really big version of this piece, because I'm going to scale it up so you're going to have way bigger sizes of this so you can easily create big maps. Once I do that, you will be floating like several feet off the ground, which is going to be really weird. And just hit the remesh button. God, I wish. God, I wish. Honestly, I think the smartest thing that I could do would be to use the actual Halo 2 Anniversary physics model version of this. Not that one. This is the Halo 2 Anniversary version, right? The physics model for this is great, but it's way too complicated. I tried to put this into Halo. As far as physics model, it's fine, but I need to join it into, like, I don't know what's wrong with it specifically, but it's not happy when I import it, basically. Joe, thanks for the 2, man. Appreciate it. Send GK the tower blend file. Wait, send the blend so I can try physics model stuff? I have stuff I want to try. Okay, sure. I'll send it over. It's, send it through Discord real quick. It's still using your old physics model. The only thing I've changed on the physics model is adding the man cannons. That's it. If I can get this to work, this will be perfect. I'll be very, very happy with the results on this. But I don't really know how to pull that off. Because right now there's surface shapes 1 through 345. I suppose I could just start joining stuff. Corbin, dude, thank you for the $10 tip. I really appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you. You may be able to help me. You know what's causing my Halo 4 energy sword's energy to flow backwards? Also, when you take the sword out, it comes from the tip. I think you might have had to fix this with yours. Yeah, I flipped the texture around. There's a texture that's like black and white, like gradient fade, and I went into Photoshop and I flipped it around, I think, and then I think I maybe changed the function on that, and that fixed it. I could pull it up in Sapien and show you, or Foundation. Are you holding it the wrong way around? Thank you for the $10 tip, though. But yeah, let me pull it up. I'll see. I was last working on the Jackal. Infinite objects, weapons, energy sword, materials. I think it was bottom blade inner. So yeah, I don't know which one you're using, but I used the energy sword shader as well, and it did the exact same thing. Yeah, it was this one. So, on the overlay multiply map, that is the one that controls when it turns on and off. This is what my texture looks like. If I recall correctly, I did go into Photoshop and I flipped it, so it's like a little bit of white right here, and then a quick fade to black. And then the offset has a function where it looks like this. on blade activate. I forget I don't remember the exact tweaks, but I think I had to do a slight change to this function, like either flipping that and then the image, and then that made it go the right way around, because I was also dealing with that. I hope that helps. Halo 4 Infinite's gonna be so peak. Hell yeah, it is. I'm just gonna do my best here to join together a bunch of pieces. And just honestly hope the results look good. I think they should. I can't grab these lower pieces, but I should be able to join all these together. No, not that last piece. Okay, I had it right before. So we grab all those, join them all together, convex hull. Technically there's a little hill here that gets kind of... That's fine. Okay, that saves on a little bit of resources, so we can decimate again on this one. And then I think this one could probably become a big piece here. A big chunk. I think maybe these as well could all come together to make a big flat area. I don't think these are really anything but just a flat section. Whatever they use to generate this seems like it went a little overboard on the complexity. Let's save this to flat new too. Physics model new, so we'll try joining all those. No, it looks like it'll cost too much floating if I do that. Maybe here? That's not bad, right? Yeah, that's pretty fine for the most part. Yeah, that looks good. We can just do a little bit of decimation on that, as long as it doesn't hurt the overall shape of it. If I can get a bunch of different chunks on the flatter areas to end up with results like this, I think things should be pretty good. So like, for the most part, all this is flat, I feel like. So I could theoretically like grab those and maybe some from the bottom here. Now, this one's kind of wonky. A lot of these side objects could be merged, I think. Like this, this, and this. Maybe that. That, perhaps? Okay, maybe except for this one. Stop! Ah! Join and convex hull. No, I can't grab this one either. Why does that one extrude? Oh. Yeah, there we go. They're all merged into one. Decimate. I don't look forward to doing this, but man, results will be really nice. Like this, for example, on the side, most people are not going to encounter this and give a shit. I think getting this looking good and being like quality will be a pretty big deal. If I get this whole hill to be like one object, I always felt like this hill could just be one. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. A little bit of floating that would happen, but I don't think it's too bad. Before that, I do want to see... how many errors again. Dude, that's just... This should, by all logic, be a good functioning physics model in Halo 3. I have made more complex physics models than this, but there's some algorithm, something, I don't even know what, that is making it so Halo 3 is not thrilled about this. Alright, so... we're needing models, Alpine Sandbox, H2A Terrain. Where is this save to? Sandbox 2. Okay, I'm going to grab the physics model, and I'm going to try putting it in game. So it's under terrain, flat, small grass. We're going to run physics on this, and hopefully it'll give us a different error than before. It seems to count upwards. So we're going to do tool, physics. That mesh is so lumpy. Why is it not a single unit? Physics models have to be made up of pieces that are convex. Look at it. Couldn't add 14 shapes for poly surface shape 120. So it only goes up to 120. It was at like 130 before. Why is it down to 120? I think I've like made it worse somehow. I think that was possible. Yeah, essentially, you just have to... try to optimize your mesh as much as you physically can. I have a stupid idea, but I just thought of it. It might actually work. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to do a script for me. Write me a Blender script that applies the decimate, that adds the decimate modifier to all selected objects, and then sets the decimate ratio value to 0.5, and then applies the modifier to all the selected objects. My roommate made cookies earlier today, and I was like, "Oh, you made cookies? You like made dough and everything? That's fantastic." He was like, "Yeah," and I was like, I was thinking in my head, I was like, eggs. I was like, I haven't bought eggs in a long time. I haven't cooked with eggs in a long time. And I was like, how old are those eggs? And she was like, I don't know. I think I picked them up at the store like some time ago. And I was like, I haven't bought eggs since I like moved in here. And I buy like most of the groceries, so I was like, um, I don't think we should eat those cookies. And she was like, well, it's probably fine. And I was like, ChatGPT, I think there are really old eggs in his cookies, in this cookie dough. Is it worth cooking? And then ChatGPT was like, please don't do that. It is extremely dangerous. So I looked at the eggs in the trash. They were 6 months old. And I was just like, salmonella. And she was so sad. She's like, no, I'm just gonna eat them. I'm gonna eat them. I'm like, you are going to get like food poisoning and salmonella and stuff. And she's like, no, I'm gonna eat them. I made these cookies. I never cook. It was my first time making cookies like ever. I'm gonna eat them. And I was like, please, that's disgusting. You're gonna die. And I went in the trash. I looked at the eggs. They expired in September. And I was like, do not do this. Can I use my mod powers to make can make them cheaper? To make eggs cheaper? I wish. I wish. I was at the store buying the eggs. Because I went after that, she was like really sad. And I was like, okay. So I went to the store and I bought some fresh eggs. And they were, dude, some of the eggs on the shelf were like $8, dude. $8 for a pack of 12 eggs. So I went and got like the $5 ones. But I was like, damn. Damn. All right, let's see if ChatGPT can help me. ChatGPT, work your magic. We're going to select every single physics object. We're going to go to scripting. New. Paste that in. Save it and run it. This is going through all somewhat ever 100 objects, and it is decimating them all to 0.5. Yep, they certainly look decimated. That's pretty rough. Well, let's. It's probably still not going to work, but I'm curious to know if that's a cheat code I can use to just get it in the game. It exploded. Let me get 0 volume. One of the objects like imploded when I did that. I'll reconvex hull them, perhaps. Try again. Yeah, to end that story, ended up making better cookies. We made it. Oh, it actually worked. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I gotta fix it. I gotta fix it. I re-imported the physics model and it has a new thing. It's colliding. It's colliding. I gotta save it. I'm getting 1 FPS. I gotta save it. Oh no. Where is it? Terrain, flat, small grass. Physics model. Fixed physics type. Save. Oh, we're back. Oh wow. It's really good actually. Oh, it's a little bumpy. Very detailed though. Very detailed physics, damn. I know there's like holes in it somewhere, inevitably, but I'm not encountering them at all. Where's like the big, there's a giant hole right, no, there's sort of a giant hole on the area, on the funny side of the kidney here. Let me see if I can fall into it. If I can fall into it, that'll be a problem. I'm obviously gonna fix it by just like stretching that, but like somewhere here, there's a hole. I should be able to just fall inside the object. Ow. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm kind of like in the object here. Oh yeah, there it is. There's actually just a hole in it. Damn. Alright, I have a new plan. Here's my plan. I will get a clean version of the physics model. This is it, I think. I think this is an unmodified version of the physics model. Very nice, very solid. And I'm going to append all of those into the other one. I'm going to delete all these because I was messing with these. I was doing all kinds of shenanigans with it. We'll delete all those. And I'm going to append in the original physics model. This one. So I will grab all the physics pieces. Convex hull, the whole model. I fucking wish, dude. Clear parent, keep transform. Now parents it to the new one. And I'll put all of these into the physics region here. Move that up there. All the physics needs to go. Oh wait, that's why. Okay, so now we have all the physics objects. I'm gonna save. Right, take all these. I'm gonna try running that script again. And honestly just hope that it doesn't implode everything. There, we can see everything. Oh, yeah, I guess you guys can't because my camera's covering it, but I can see it. And we're gonna run that decimate modifier again. And then we'll patch up any holes after that, and theoretically, that will save it. If I run this at a decimate ratio of 0.5 and it works. All right, so we're definitely seeing some holes in here. Not great, not ideal, but they are there. I'm gonna try putting this in the game. If it works, I'm gonna try upping it to not be 0.5, but 0.75. So does that work? Wait, bad, oh, you have more than one root node. Whoops, forgot to the old one. Undo. Delete the, well, redo, whatever. Delete that root node, select all my physics again, and then do it a second time. All right, scripting, save, run, script. So at 0.5 it worked before, but it also was working on a version where I had manually, you know, moved some of them together. So theoretically half the geometry, but of course it's going to have a ton of errors because the decimate modifier is a bit messy. Might also throw out an error saying there's like a 0. Okay, yeah, it's the 0 volume one, so I got to select all these in convex hull again. Okay, at 0.5, it with the new one, oh god, it does work. There are holes and stuff in it, but it's the super detailed Halo 2 Anniversary model. The main issue is that it's kind of bumpy and stuff because, well, as I just ran a giant decimate modifier on everything. But now, I'm going to try setting it to like 0.8 as the amount that it's to decimate everything. So I think at 0.8, if we can import with 0.8, that would be pretty sick. I don't know if we can, but 0.8 would be great. All right, we tried 0.8. I barely saw anything move. It looks very similar to the original. Is 0.8 too detailed for it? Couldn't add. Oh, it's really close. Okay, I'm going to try 0.75. That got us really, really close. Okay. I'm going to try just lowering everything to 0.75. Why don't you... Wait, aren't you just estimating the decimation at this point? No, this is the full detail Halo 2 Anniversary physics model that I was able to rip out because Crisp added Foundry support for exporting this stuff from and to H2A. And now I'm getting a way more detailed physics model. The actual one that was used in H2A. Okay, 0.75 lets us go all the way up to 315, and there's 345 total. So I should be able to get away with 0.7. At 0.7, because we were at 0.5 before, and that was honestly just really heavy. There was a lot of fixing I was going to have to do, and I don't mind fixing it. That's fine. I just want to get as high quality of a baseline as I can here. So 0.7's not looking too bad. We'll see though. Export that out. Oh, it's so close. Okay, we're gonna try 0.65 now. I'm just gonna keep going down by increments of 5. Because we're very close to being at the limit of being able to import this. Did I run it? No, I didn't. 0.65, run. Oh, weasel, weasel. Weasel, weasel, weasel. I kind of started tweaking when I try to pet her head. She goes like... Alright, 0.65. Oh, 0.65 works. Let's go. Alright, so inevitably it's not going to be perfect. But, like there's that. Whatever the hell that was, but... We got detail that we can walk on it with. Now only go up by 0.1? Yeah, agreed, actually. I know it won't be, like, massive savings, but yeah, 0.65. I'm gonna try 0.67. I'm gonna go by 0.2 because I'm feeling brave. Living life on the edge. Kind of a crazy guy like that. Decimating definitely isn't the ideal, optimal way to do this, but hey, you know, you make do with what you got. I will be smoothing this out a little bit in the end. So 0.67. Okay, 0.67 is too much. 0.65 works. Let's try 0.66. Again. Here we go. Okay, we're seeing some faces moving around. We're losing some of that complex geometry. .66 works. All right, that's good enough. No reason to fine-tune that number any further. This is at 0.66. It's pretty good, but it definitely needs to be extended a bit in areas. There's like holes in it. There always were holes in it, but now the holes are a bit more intense. I don't even know what this is like. This needs to like go down and in. But yeah, since I'm going to be making this really big, these holes are going to become issues. I'm going to go ahead and do my best here to fill them in, merge them in with the geometry. Joe, thank you for the 2. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. Tell me right now how much you love Halo 5 Warzone. Warzone's pretty awesome. That's it. That's the whole tweet. I don't really have much more to say than that, honestly. It's pretty cool. I wish it was in Halo Reach. God, guys, you can't just gut to that. I mean, you can. A little seam sealer here. Today I am the seam sealer. Gotta cover up a bunch of holes in the geometry. That's my job. very annoying that most of these are like flat pieces, because any tiny hole that's left, when I make the, like the giga version of this object, why are they so fucking flat, dude? That's so annoying. Whenever I make the giga version of this object, where it has like, where it's just massive, one tiny hole or one tiny bump is gonna be like just this enormous nightmare scenario. Like, even this right here would be really bad. But it's not super hard to do, to fix this all, I mean. Honestly, it's pretty straightforward. But since I decimated it, that basically just means it's like way lower quality. I low-key want to edit the script that I asked ChatGPT to write for me and only select like the highest percentage, like most dense objects. That way anything that's like low poly and small doesn't really need to get busted. Official opinion! Thank you very much for the 2. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you, thank you. You said check stream chat for my totally epic custom map. I'm down. I presume it's an infinite, or did you mod? You know what? Fuck you. Untraps your sand. Yo! New sand map just dropped. Let's go! Now you're copying me. I'm making a sand map for this mod. You're copying me. I have copyright over sand map. How dare you? Oh, that's pretty funny, though. Is that actually sand trap? That actually does look like sand trap's geometry. Holy shit. Is the entire sand trap geometry under the map? Is that actually a thing? I thought the structures were like built into the map. That actually looks like it though. Oh, you had to fill the holes? That's a lot of work, damn. It looks good though. I was surprised how nice that turned out. You know, there's not too many holes left to fill here. I think this should be pretty straightforward overall. A little bit of here, a little bit of there. We're done in no time. Got to get a little creative with it, especially on like these side bits here. I've created a couple new vertices, but I don't think it's enough to like blow up on import. And even if it is, I can just fix it real quick. Like I'll need to create one right here, for example, to fill in this hole. So like one there, and just drag that over to fill up that area right there. Convex hole it. That's good. Most of the issues really seem to have arisen on the sides of the structure here. I'm just really happy that I was able to use the H2A physics model. Like obviously it's technically like a lower quality version of the physics model, but even still, it's nice. Okay, not bad, not bad. There's a hole right there. I just don't want people falling into these. As long as I can patch these up. Like, damn, there's an enormous hole right. Like, dude, what is that? What am I, what? Okay, that's a bunch of holes filled. There's still so many more, though. God damn. There already were holes from the original one, but geez. In normal gameplay, you don't really notice the hovering from the old version. Yeah, I just redid the physics model to try and have it be even better, and it just created even more hovering. It's what I basically did was I sacrificed all of the parts where normally you would get, like, stuck and, like, hit an invisible, like, little bump. I removed those, but in the process, it created a ton of hovering, so now I'm just like, screw it, dude. Screw it. I wanna make it like really solid and really good. And there's nothing better than the actual physics model from H2A, because I guess whatever they sculpted this in, Maya or something, however they made this physics model is really clean, way better than the method I used in the old Blender version. I wish I knew what it was, because I would totally just try and use it. But yeah, I have no idea. Because once this is scaled up, like, for real, these areas that I'm filling in are going to be like a foot wide. It is not going to be little. I think if I just extrude an edge here and then convex hull. Oh yeah, nice. Nice. That's pretty cool. All right. Thank you guys. Somehow we're at 80 viewers as I do this monotonous hell. Jack, thanks for the 2, man. Appreciate it. Why not just merge the shape edges together? I mean, it could theoretically save a little bit of time, but I'm trying to preserve the shape. Some of the shape edges don't match, like, perfectly. It's like, it's better to sometimes create some new custom edges. Kind of create some new shapes. Honestly, snapping is not a bad idea. I'm just trying to be very careful. I'm trying to play it safe. Like, dude, what is this? Why? What? It's naked. Oh, like what? There's so many. This part is rough. I refuse to believe it was this rough on the original. And like, there can be holes. That's fine. Like, little ones like that, that's not going to be a huge deal. You'll definitely feel it, but it won't be a huge, huge deal. I need to know if I can still import this, though. Anybody here watch Invincible? I do. Maybe you should test before continuing? Yeah, I'm about to. I'm just trying to... Any, like, large shapes on the top here that I might need to fix, I'm gonna just clean up. Not seeing too many more large holes, so it looks decently good. There's like a couple here and there. One more here, maybe. I think most of the large voids on top are cleaned up here. Do this last one and then import test. I may have to remove a couple vertices though, because that was really close to the limit. But that should be pretty easy, because now I know to look out for certain complex objects. I should just be able to quickly get on. Errors? No, no errors. Okay, much, much cleaner, much more detailed physics models. Feeling good. Not bad. A little bumpy here, but still smooth. Also, I should go in third person one video so you guys can see. I'm like actually just walking really closely and really smoothly on this right now. That is super nice. I still need to do the underside. Oh, there's still like some little jagged bits here. Like even on this, that should not be happening. Where am I? That's on the back part of the kidney. There's an edge on here somewhere. Where is that? Okay, this, for one, I can see why this might cause issues. That needs to be like... This whole thing needs to honestly be extruded downwards. And dragged down a bit. And with this one's like way too high up. This is just straight up a massive gaping hole. That's what she said. Sorry. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I'm not sorry. Okay, but where is... Did I fix that? Yo, Morpheus! Real Morpheus! Thank you for the 2. Appreciate everything you did for the Matrix. Wake up. Take the red pill. You need to wake up. Dude, I'd be so sad if I woke up and it turned out this was all a dream and all the work I did today was just for nothing. I'd be depressed about that. I'd be like, damn, now I gotta wake up and actually do all that? Guess I'll die. Oh, this must be what I'm running into here. This shit's just floating. If I started dreaming about extremely tedious Halo modding tasks and then I just do them in my dreams and I wake up and it's like, oh, you still have to do them? Dude, worst timeline. Worst timeline. Don't let that happen. Do not let that happen to me. Okay, that should help with some of this. Let's see. I have to be really careful. At some point, I'm going to hit the very, very near limit of adding new vertices. I might have already hit it. Oh yeah, I just hit it with that actually. So, good news is it's actually really, really easy to fix that. All I have to do is go to these weird side pieces here. That has like a ton of vertices. Like this one. Is this one? Yeah, this one's a pretty good one. I could just hit this, generate, decimate, 0.5. Now I can probably import. I might need to do one more. But I'm basically like a little vampire sucking the blood out of all these other less useful, less important forge pieces. That's 345. How many in total? Oh, that is 345. Okay. Little vampire, dude. Watch this. Watch, you guys aren't gonna believe this. Boom. Just suck the life out of that piece. There we go. Now I can spawn it in again. And now this area feels a lot smoother. A little bit of bumpiness to it, but it's pretty decent. The sad part is I'm probably going to have to do that a lot more because there's still a ton of areas on the bottom that have gigantic gaping holes in them, and I've only done the top so far. Oh, there's a little bump there. That was kind of awkward. Where's that? Top right-ish, there's a little bump near the front. This area here. That. Next to the little pokey thing to the left of it, right here. This, oh yeah, I can see why this is creating a bump. There's a giant seam here. Grab that and that, that and that. Drag that over a bit, over and down perhaps. Then drag this to fill the hole. And same here. Okay, one vertice. I'm gonna allow myself one vertice. Surely this won't blow up the whole thing. It's fine. Fine. Surely I have one vertice allowance. Actually, iffy if I do. Okay, I had the one vertice allowance. How's this feel? Well, it's smoother. There's still a bump, which is good because there literally is a bump here, but yeah, pretty good. Feels a lot smoother. Alright, we'll just keep walking around a little bit. You guys might be like, oh man, this is boring or whatever, but dude, this is like the most important thing. This forge piece needs to be perfect because this forge piece is what you're going to primarily be making your maps out of. It's going to be on every single map. There's going to be grass, sand, snow, savanna versions of it, 2 savanna versions even. Plus there's going to be small, medium, and large versions of it, which means this physics model has to be perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, there's a little bit of a hitch right here I'm feeling. So this hitch right here is on the start of the bump on the inside of the kidney bit. I don't know why I keep saying kidney bit, but I know what it means in my head, so it works. On the start of the bump, seems like, yeah, this spot right here, shape-wise, is a little funky, so let's try fixing that up a bit. Move that to like here. Move that to like down to there. And there. Yeah, I think I just used a lot of budget doing that, but whatever. There's that. This one needs to probably move up into here. Okay. That should help. Oh, there's also... Oh my god, this is atrocious right here. My god. I have to extrude that to there. And convex hole that. Alright, I definitely went over budget here. I'm gonna have to suck some lifeblood out of these other forge physics objects. Also, I think this needs to be dragged over here a little bit more. Guys, I promise this is necessary. I would not be here crying and pissing all over the place if it wasn't. I don't want to be doing this. Drake RGK, how many meshes can you have in a Halo 3 physics model? I forget. There's no mesh limit, it's a vertice limit, but also the vertice limit is kind of arbitrary because sometimes you can have way more and sometimes you can have way less, and frankly, I don't know what controls all that stuff. So it's a little bit of a mystery. I couldn't even give you a straight answer. Weird. Okay, that should be good. That's a colorful rainbow cake physics model. It is. It's very nice, though. I like it. Alright, this will give me an error for sure. We definitely went over budget there, so let's see. I lied. Somehow I got a ton of budget out of that. Alright, how are we feeling on this little mound thingy here? Nice and smooth. Down here. Whoa, there's a big drop right there. Not the biggest deal ever, but noticeable. Oh. Okay, that was fine. I just kind of went off a little edge there. Okay, that looks like the entire outside bit here. Very smooth, very nice. I'm just going to wander around the inside of this. No jumping. It looks like wads of gum there. Like other people said that too. It does kind of look like wads of gum. Oh, little bump here. That's going to be a problem. If it's being too bumpy at this scale, that's bad. So that is kind of in a dip area here. a little bit back, front, center. I think around here. Right there. Compare that to here. About here, on that corner, I would say. Drag and extrude that like so. Convex hole. Okay, I've probably gone over budget here. Yo, D-Man! Good to see you. Thanks so much for the 2. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Could you say those large grassy terrain pieces would be called? Huge grass? Oh, yeah! Is there any plans to do Savannah terrain today? Probably. I suppose. I would like to get most of this terrain done. I don't really have much of a choice but to just keep working on terrain right now, because... Okay, I totally missed that. The bump is still here. But yeah, the... What the fuck is it? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. At the point where the roundness kind of like starts pulling through, so like, yeah, it's still there. I might actually, yeah. I may. Because, as it turns out, I kind of need to do the Savannah stuff like immediately in order to just like stay on a good schedule for all of this. Oh, you know what? I bet it's this right here. I would bet very, very much so that this is the issue. A lot of ramps. Ramps seem to be the saving grace here. Also, this looks rough. Just so you guys know, I've said this multiple times, but since I plan on making this forge object like really, really large in the future for like the big pieces, inevitably that I'm gonna have to do, it is pretty important that I make sure this is as smooth as possible. Because once I scale this up, every little bump is gonna be like a foot tall, and your warthog is gonna get set flying, and you're gonna get stuck, and it's gonna suck. But yeah, Savannah terrain should be pretty easy. It basically is just changing the color of the grass or even the texture of the grass to something else, and then, you know, I'm chilling. Oh, we hit the red. We gotta go suck the blood out of a forge, or out of a piece here. I'm gonna grab this one. No, not that one, because that has some terrain tied to it. I'll do this one. I didn't want to have to do it to you. Weasel, stop biting that. No, stop. I didn't want to have to do this. Let's see if that's enough. There we go. Alright, are we smooth? We're smooth! All those ramp objects help a lot. Just anywhere there's a hole, just creating a little ramp to like kind of glide between the different pieces is pretty nice. I want to not do this physics model now, but later, but I honestly do not have a choice. And that's because, I mean, realistically, I can't scale this up. The moment I scale this up, that physics model is more or less locked in. Okay, a little bump right here. That's near the tip of it. A little bit on the left side, and at about that dip, but a little bit higher. Right about here-ish, somewhere here. I'm gonna guess it's this, because that is a pretty gnarly bump. You know what? Friendship. Watch this. Amazing. This is going to be an insane bump. Like, what in the... And this too. Oh, no, that's fine, actually. There's a bit of an illusion. Alright, we're going to grab all these. Scale 0. Snapping vertex mode on. Boom. Same for that. Snapping vertex mode on. Snapping vertex mode on. Dragging that down. I think I'm just going to have to start vertex snapping a lot of this stuff to save time. Won't work everywhere, but... Dude, the sad part of this is that I have an entire second side to do. I have to do an entire other side to this. This is the top. This is a two-sided forge object. I don't know if I'll even subject you guys to that hell. I might just do that part off stream and put on a podcast and cry myself to sleep. Oh, I just got deja vu. That was a bit weird. Maybe I literally have done this before and it wasn't deja vu and I actually remembered doing this. Who knows? Alright, let's see. I don't think I added any new geo, so I should be able to put that in the game really quick. How many vertices is this? As of right now, all of the physics objects are 4,160, which should be way under the limit. I have way more complex physics models than this, but maybe because so is 18K fine. I would have to check to be sure. It should be, it shouldn't really be an issue. All right, so here's where the real test of this would be. If I scale this up to a large scale one, what is that? That is the physics model, an incredibly complex physics model. Check DMs. Valhalla Tower physics model nearly broke my PC. All right. Let's see. Valhalla physics model. How did you whipped this up quick? Huge ass remastered structures. Valhalla. Bro, how the fuck? This is like a... does this import? How did you even... What did you do? I want to do this. How did you do this? I have no idea. What do you mean you have no idea? How do you just not... Huh? Dude, I feel like Halo's gonna crash if you drop this object. It's gonna do like 30 trillion physics calculations. I have no idea if it'll import. I have not too much faith that it's gonna import, to be honest, but hey, maybe. I think it's way, way, way over the limit, but I'll try. Nearly breaking my PC trying to export it, honestly. God damn. Why is it like that? It's a convex hold. It's basically split into as many pieces as it needs to retain the original shape. Green, what did you use to convex hull this? If it has settings so that you can tweak, like for example, this area right here is way too dense and has way too much shit going on, but if it's tweakable, that would be fantastic. Koa SCD. Proximate convex decomposition with collision aware. What? Is this a Blender plugin? Now supported in Unity as a package. Oh, it's from Unity. Okay, so there are some parameters you can adjust. This could be a lifesaver. Okay, it's still exporting. This is scary. I don't think this is gonna work. There is a Blender plugin for it? Bruh. I need to try this. Blender convex decomposition. Ooh! Yeah, VHackD is the old school. Koa CD. Oh, this is great. This, oh, it's 3 years ago. Never mind. It's less great. Check DMs. Alright, I can give this a try. Import that PI file. So this is just a script. This is not a plugin. It's just a straight up Blender script. Oh, it finally exported. Bad data. No nodes in scene. Add an armature. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to let you know right now this isn't going to work. It's way too complicated. But it could if I tweak the settings. The script that runs the exe and imports it back into Blender. Yeah, I see the parameters. Okay. Koa CD seems like it takes a really long time to run. But it's also a much more optimized like thing. I really want to try this on the grass object, honestly. If that works better than what I have right now. I think this is just gonna be too much, but now I'm very interested in trying it on this. Alright, so what I would do, delete my chat GPT script. He's gonna try it on stream. You wanna try it on the grass? Alright, I need you to try it on the grass, but try to keep the tries down. I'll send you the grass blend file that I have. Because yeah, trying it on stream is a little brave. Never mind, I'm on terrain, flattening a physics model. If you could make this work, that'd be really nice, because I am not enjoying, like, the results that I'm getting so far by, like, manually tweaking and fixing all this is great. It's great. It's not perfect, and it definitely requires a lot of tweaking, but it's pretty damn sweet. Certainly can't complain. Hey, Weasel. This was your PC.
You're going to love this. Trust me. What you're seeing now is... What?
Your PC's going insane, bro. I have an idea. Boom, boom, boom. 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 Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. 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 Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Ooh, very nice. Dude, there's so many holes. Why? When you trying the input viewer, thank you. A couple days ago, somebody requested it. Or no, it was probably like a week ago now. But yeah, somebody requested it, and I figured why not. I keep forgetting to turn it on because it's disabled by default for whatever reason. Which is kind of nice because I don't want it on when I'm working by myself, but yeah. I mean, it's not hard to fix this stuff, but god damn is it boring. Good enough. This one can be weird, I guess. Okay, this is getting better. I'm crying in the club, but it is getting better. This one needs a new vertice. I'm going over budget. Fuck it. Look at chat. What? Check your DMs. Ah! I was locked in. All the file size is relatively small. That looks promising. Oh, this one reminds me of VHackD's results. Very, very similar to VHackD's results. The way it like chops it into cubes and stuff. It's nice though. It does have some issues, like there's these I would have to chop up and fix, but the real question is whether or not it's really close to the original geometry. I would argue for the most part it is. There's some things here like this cube which definitely needs some love. But let's see. Really low on the count of how many there are. What the fuck is this? A physics model auto generation for like really complex organic objects. It's not bad. It's a little rough on this one. Well, it's actually pretty. Oh no, there's a lot of floating happening there. Is that VHackDI here? Oh my god, I'm gonna run it with more power. More power. In the meantime, I'm gonna go back to the. This is the Halo 2 Anniversary decimated and fixed up version. Ah yes, giant hole, my favorite. This one just straight up has enormous holes everywhere. Jesus Christ. That's hell. The top is starting to look really good, but god damn, that's rough on the bottom. Couldn't rip the H2A physics model? Oh, this is. The default H2A physics model was too dense. I decimated it down to the point where it just barely fit into Halo 3, but unfortunately, the default physics model had like a lot of holes in it, sadly. And when you decimate it, the holes get like even worse. So I'm basically having this, I'm stuck in this position where I need to just like, after I decimated it to get it into Halo 3, I am now fixing it up until it works decently good. It's a huge pain in the ass, but it is worth it because, you know, this is like one of the most important pieces in the entire mod. Guys, please, Green needs your energy, preferably your GPU compute, but he needs your motivation, your energy, so his PC can generate that physics model. For me. Actually, that's not even GPU based, if I had to guess. That's probably like some intense CPU type shit. I really want to scale this up, because scaling it up is where most of the issues will arise. But right now, the top, so clean. So good. Progress is progress. Oh, that's the Valhalla Tower. Whoops. Oh, it's so smooth. There's so much detail in the terrain. Oh, a bump. You know what? Fuck that bump. I don't care. Oh, it's Ultimate Forge? Yeah. Look, I redid the entire piece. They're making an ODST map. Oh, the ODST map is Ultimate Forge. They're the same mod. Yeah, no, those are the exact same thing. Look at the difference in this, though. I keep loving this. This is the old grass piece versus the new one. Yeah, this mod has a ton of fortune. Oh, look at this water, too. I love how this came out. This is a single water object you can place in Forge. It's, like, super upgraded now. Shader wizardry. All vanilla shaders, but still. You got decorators on Forge pieces? I mean, it's, you know, they're technically just models. They're made to look like decorators. They even have a little bit of wind to them. But this is just like 100,000 triangles worth of grass on each one, so have fun with that. Got some fancy water shaders. What else? Up to the shadowed count, so you can get way more shadows on everything. Valhalla base, but it's complete with working man cannons, by the way. 3 man cannons on it. Game's gonna explode after 3 pieces. It's fine. Get a better PC. Stop being a nerd. Get a good PC. Made hard terrain. Tough terrain. Grass. Do we have our grass sounds back? There we go. Yeah, the water's nice. I like the water a lot. I even enhanced like the physics and stuff so you can walk around and splash around. So long as you're touching the water with your feet, if you walk on this grass, you'll start hearing grass again. But yeah, what can you do? We buy 5090 to play Ultimate Forge. It shouldn't be a big deal, honestly. If it is, I'll just end up removing the 3D grass, which is not really a big deal. But we'll be doing playtests to find out whether or not it's laggy. I'll just probably LOD stuff out. I'll make a couple LODs for the models so that way if you get far enough away, the grass just won't render in. Maybe only have grass on one side, like not the bottom. Well, the problem is both sides are extremely useful. Like if you use this side, that's great, but sometimes you want a flatter piece that's just kind of hilly. A little bit of, excuse me, dirt textures to break it up. One of the best parts, like if you use only this piece, it's going to look pretty repetitive. I will say it looks shockingly good to use it over and over because the grass hides the seams and stuff really nicely, but you know, sometimes you're not going to want to use the same piece over and over. But yeah, I think I should do an LOD version of this where there's just only grass rendering in when you're really close to it. Otherwise, it'll just pop out and the grass will disappear. That should save a lot on performance. Because this actually needs LODs. Dragon's Raw, good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the 2. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Is it coffee time yet? It could be. I'm still going strong. I had coffee before stream, so I'm chilling right now. I love the way that it fades as it gets close. It really gives the illusion of fog under the water. Z-Fade is an overpowered shader attribute. Physics model. I sent a file. Bet. I'm very curious to check this out. Oh? Wait, that looks pretty clean. It's like really staying true to the geometry. I'm only really noticing like 1 or 2 bumps in it. But damn, that's so clean. Seeing some bumps there, like the usual suspects. There's like a bump there, one there, one there, a little bit there and there. But overall, really clean. Holy hell. I'm slowly adding more power. I mean, at the end of the day, I really can just decimate these down a decent bit and still keep a lot of the quality from it. These are extremely complex physics models, but I can try putting these in. Hold on, let me close that and bring that into here. It's only 7K triangle, should be fine. Or vertices. Yeah, that should be fine. Davy Jones, thank you for the 5, said, I take my coffee black. Like, wait, why did that crash? Open that back up. Why did we crash? What? Why are we crashing? Like my men. Wow. You know, good to know, I suppose, Davy Jones. I didn't know you rolled like that, but hey, respect on your name, man. How do you, man? Whatever makes you happy is Davy Jones VFX. Whatever brings your heart joy. Hi, Weasel. Alright, let's give this a shot. It's all in the physics category. Grab them all. Throw them into the... Did I accidentally delete the armature? I think I did. Take all of these. Attach. Parent them to the armature. Export into the game. Stop crying because maybe it works and I don't want to die. Because it's just gonna work. What is this? Physics model 2 new? Okay. No! Why didn't the physics model... Oh, they didn't have physics model symbol. Whoops. Fix that. Let's control F2 if you want to do mass renaming operations, by the way. Actually... Alright, let's see. Does it import? Holy shit, it imported! Oh god. Jesus Christ. Every single one of them has a material. I need to fix that. But most important, let's just make sure it's all set to fixed. It is. Okay, that crashed my game for some reason, but while that loads up, I'm gonna go use the restroom really quickly. Sorry, Weasel, I gotta move. Gotta move, Weasel. Gotta get up. Any new Halo mods come out recently? Halo the New Covenant campaign mod is a soft sequel to Halo 3, and it's really cool. Give me one sec, I'll be back. All right, so bad news. Green, your physics model is crashing the game. It was rather unfortunate, honestly. Also, it's sideways for some reason. Not really sure why. It's a really accurate, really good physics model, but it is sideways. There we go. Like, this thing is seriously crazy good. The only thing I would have to do here is just on any of these edges, I would just like split right here and then call it a day. This is a nice chair, not gonna lie. This is a very nice chair. I love this chair. It'd be funny if the likes went up just because the chair's there. Dude, that happens. That is the thing that happens. I will sometimes leave to go AFK for a minute, and I'll come back and there'll be more viewers. Everybody's just like worshiping the chair. All right, I'm the guy. I'm the modder, okay? You're here from... All right, I'm very important and big and cool. Don't you forget it. I wish there was a way to just like... Green, is there a way that you can like lower the resolution of the pieces but add more pieces? Because right now the pieces are honestly fine. They're just too high resolution, and there could be more of them. If they could, because Halo loves stuff split up into more pieces that are lower quality each. I don't know why, but it just does. I mean, if you don't want to, it's totally fine. I can experiment with it after. I can experiment with it after. It's no biggie. I literally don't know. I mean, fair enough. Wish it was an add-on rather than a script. These settings like reading another language. Fair enough. I mean, it kind of is because it's like high-level geometry and math. Oh, look at all those errors. Just kidding. Let's not. My question is, from third person, yeah, I mean, just kind of walk on everything super smoothly. I do think if the thing Green's working on isn't working, then using the H2A physics model is going to for sure be the best way to go about doing all this. The physics is super, super solid, and I love it. That tower looks awesome, doesn't it? I think it looks great. I don't know if it's casting a shadow right now. I should check on that. If it's not casting a shadow. It might be, but it just might be in the water. I don't know if the water shader takes shadows on it like the actual water does. So always like... Okay, yeah, so it is casting a shadow. Interesting that the water doesn't take shadows. That's a little bit sad. I was kind of hoping the water would get shadowed. I wonder if there's a way I could change that. I know it's alpha blended, so you wouldn't necessarily expect it to get shadowed, but... Perhaps there's something I could do. I mean, I'll try tweaking it really quickly to see. I'm gonna try tweaking a couple settings. Let me see something. It seems to affect how the fog renders through it. That makes the fog render even crazier through it. That brings it closer to baseline. That doesn't really change anything. Let me set it to alpha, from alpha blend to opaque. Okay, yeah, once I set it to opaque, the shadow started rendering. But honestly, the shadow doesn't look very good on the water anyway, so I'm gonna set it back to alpha blend. Like, look at the massive difference between this versus all the fancy stuff that the Alpha Blend provides. That's just a oh, that's massive. Okay, I was just curious. Let me up. You know what? The tower should probably... I was going to say I wanted to give the tower physics materials. That way you can hear, like, walking on stone and stuff. But I'm going to redo the physics model anyway. 3,522 vertices should work, right? Yeah, that's really pretty optimized for a shape like this. I think all my stuff in here is like 4,200 currently. The angle of the main cannon launch seems wrong, too steep. Yeah, it's a little bit off. I need to tweak it. Try the last one I sent. All right. I still think this main cannon should be separate. I just want to take all of the objects and make them as optimized as I can, because in this mod, Forge budget is everything. Ooh, hey, this is pretty nice. A little bit more of these harsh edges that'll cause you to bump into them, but as far as the amount of vertices, that's about the same, but it looks good. All right, I'll give it a try. Let's see. I'll do green 3, object, UCX. Dragon's Raw, thank you for another 2. Thank you. What are we listening to? This should be Halo Wars. Yeah, this is Halo Wars, Money or Meteors. Halo Wars 1, Money or Meteors. Scrolling. All right, so delete all the old ones. Take all the new physics objects. We're gonna control F2. Set the name prefix with the money sign so it knows to be a physics model. We're gonna also parent all of these to the main armature. And we will try to put this in as a physics model. Give it a go. Oh, that crashed at everything again. Damn it. I wonder if it's material related. Let me set this to brass. Grab all of these and link them material-wise to this one. And try that. It could be that there was just like a ton of weirdly named materials, theoretically. Mainly talking through objects, plus you have saved some by finishing and adding the ramp, so it would also let you adjust the angle of the main cannons. Good point. I might just remove them. I kind of liked that it all worked so well, but fair enough. Are there just too many? No, I don't think so. It's importing into the game fine. Something is rendering improperly in the engine, which I think has to do with the materials or some other stuff. The fact that it's importing means it's working. It's something else. I'm gonna presume the materials. So now it's set to fixed. There's one material. Reset to tough, terrain, grass. There we go. Okay, yeah, it was just like the 40 quadrillion materials with the funky names. I mean, I'm walking on this and it's pretty smooth. There are some bumps and hiccups that just like the ones I saw, but pretty good. Definitely better than the VHack D stuff I was messing with before. Add a version with man cannons, one without, but assume the more forge menu is pretty full at this point. Honestly, we still have quite a bit of space on the forge menu, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure we have enough space. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Whenever I make a really large version, like there's little bumps and things. Whenever I make a really large version, those will become issues like in the old Ultimate Forge, but those are fixable. Further separate into a bunch of objects and convex hull those. You know, that's not a bad idea. Actually pretty smart, damn. Yeah, my thought on the matter was that I was just gonna have to inevitably find all of the areas that have like big edges that don't really work very well. Like, there's only a couple, but like this one right here, and then I was just gonna boolean it and then shrink them down, but yours would be automatic, more or less. Weasel girl. You know what? I'm gonna go AFK for 60 seconds. I'm gonna run at full speed, like an absolute lunatic, into my kitchen. I'm going to grab a snack and then come back within 1 minute. Are there going to be more street and road options and buildings in the updated version of Ultimate Forge? Yeah, everything that I've been working on the Mombasa map, if you caught any of those streams, those are going to become a part of the main Ultimate Forge maps as well, because I think it's pretty cool to have streets and stuff. If you didn't see them, I mean, I can just spawn them in really quickly. There's a ton of new objects related to roads and stuff, but the roads themselves are much, much nicer. For example, where's a street straight medium? I'll spawn in a medium street. The visuals of these streets, the function of them and everything, we got a massive overhaul. This is what the streets look like now. When you place them down, they have like ramps, so that way you can kind of drive onto them comfortably. And if you bring them up in the air, they also have undersides, so that way you can have a sort of a highway system if you want. And there's multiple different varieties. They have all the same nice pieces for like three-way intersections and stuff. Also, something that apparently I didn't have in the original Ultimate Forge were curved corners. So I went ahead and made some curved corner pieces. There's a 45-degree one and a 90-degree one. So you can get all the curves and rotations and corners that you want. There's also like support structures, so you can hold these up with little highway support pieces and stuff like that. So you can get very creative with it. Also, I haven't done it on this map yet, but I added in, if you've been watching, I don't know if you have been, but if you watched any of my older streams or follow me on Twitter or anything, you probably saw this, but we also have a new building in the mod, which is this giant skyscraper. And fun fact, it is, I don't know if I can do it. I turned its health way up. I can definitely do it if I sit here for long enough, but have these replaced the old road pieces? Yeah, completely replaced the old road pieces. I think the old road pieces are just worse in every single way. There we go. We have these now. It's not 100% done. I still need to tweak this top piece so that these little bits and bobs fall off and all the flickering lights like will turn off completely and stuff like that. But yeah, there's also now destructible buildings, which is pretty rad. There should be way more damage than that. It will be. It's not on its final value. It's gonna be like 10,000 something by the end of it. And the benefit of getting ODST content in the mod with an ODST canvas is that we also get cool stuff. including a full detail police Pelican here, which is pretty fancy. I don't think it has guns on it. If it does, they don't have visuals right now. I think I removed that. Guys, it's not what it looks like. I just need to trigger it. Please don't post that anywhere. People are gonna get the wrong idea. This probably could have been an ODST mod. It could have been, but I want to keep it Halo 3. Stop doing it. Dude, I removed the guns from it. I forgot it was technically like an unarmed vehicle, alright? I was trying to get a vehicle to destroy it with. It's not like that. Now that I think about it, I suppose they're probably gonna just use the armed Pelican. Or you can add a second tower. Nope, nope, this is a single tower. Die. This thing is it's really resistant to the Pelican missiles. God damn. Yeah, definitely gotta fix that. The top looks a little silly when it starts balancing on the little poles. Definitely only take AoE damage from explosions and stuff. Yeah, I might have to find some kind of physics and collision material that fixes it, because the AoE right now, just due to the way that bounding radii work, I cannot prevent it from taking AoE damage from anything within like a massive... Actually, the sphere is like enormous because the bounding point is down here. I could move everything up, but that's just like a huge annoyance, and I'm too lazy to do that. If you nuke the tower, will the pieces fly far? Not currently. The pieces right now, I could make them have a little bit more acceleration, which would be kind of sick, actually. Let me try that. Let me up their acceleration just a touch. Their acceleration, I think, is like super low. I could have it at like 0.1. That should make it so that they get at least some level of acceleration. I was basically at 0 so that nothing would ever affect them. That way, you know, if you run into them, you don't really... They're supposed to be like so solid that nothing can push them. But I suppose acceleration scales from force effects, so... Let me spawn in a nuke launcher. Do I have a nuke launcher? I do. Nice. Alright, nuke launcher. I may have launched that too far. We'll find out. They did get pushed a little bit. I can tell they got pushed a little bit. Not a ton, but they did get pushed a little bit. I think if I launch the nuke a little closer, they'd probably get blown back further, because I think the first couple like iterations of the shockwave are the strongest. Okay, that's pretty much the same spot. Oh yeah, the nuke shockwave hit him. Those pieces went flying. I'm not going to spend any time optimizing the nuke any further, but I'm a little curious to see how the I forget how I made the shockwave emit. Oh yeah, that's doing some work. As you can see, the map is very large. You'll have plenty of space to build here. Can the mushroom cloud be taller? It could become taller. I would just have to rework some parts of the particle system. I just didn't want it to be any taller because I wanted it to be like a nuke that in gameplay disappeared fast enough to not just be like obnoxious. Like, it could rise faster, it could last longer, it could have all kinds of tweaks that'll make it look a bit better, but I feel like this is a pretty good sweet spot, personally. Where it just kind of vanishes over time and you're chilling. But I will say, not all, but some of the ODST Forge pieces will make their way into Ultimate Forge like they did before, so that includes, not the buildings more than likely, I'll include the 2 skyscrapers, but if you want to build, like, city maps, I would definitely recommend going to the actual ODST map. So it'll be, like, roads and their supports, the 2 skyscrapers, and the walls. And then I'll probably cut out, like, the buildings, like the smaller buildings, some things like street lights, and some other minor props. That way there's just a little bit of extra space. If there's enough space to add like all the ODST stuff onto the other maps, I definitely will, but I'm gonna try and keep everything kind of separate if I can. Halo Brian, thanks for becoming a member. Good to see you. I'm surprised your membership ended. You've been somebody who's been there since like the very beginning, but thank you very much. What I'm generating should be the best one. It's taking a long time, though. Yeah, that's fine. It'd be nice to see something, like, really cool pop out of it. Oh, there's a little bit of floating there still. How is that? I swear I fixed all that. Aren't I using a new version of the physics model? Oh no, that's using the new one that you baked in. That's why it's just a little bit of floaty stuff. Let me undo it real quick to get the old one and see the difference. I do think in the end the H2A one will be the best move because it's the one that gives me the best like level of ability to control. Like, yeah, that still floating, but quite a bit less. You haven't seen this one yet? That's true. I'm excited to see it though. Okay, give me 1 sec. Like I said, I'm gonna go AFK for just a sec and grab a snack. You're gonna see Weasel, you're so cute. You're so cute. It's 50% complete? Hell yeah. Alright, give me 1 second. I will be right back. I must snack to continue fueling myself. People see the Weasel. Stanced up in chairs. Ooh, I love you, Weasel. Right back here. love my kites so much. Alright.
Snack time.
Voodoo chips, snack of choice today. I try not to eat loud on mic, so you guys don't have to hear me just munch and crunch, because nobody wants to hear that. Voodoo chips are goated, they're so good. What chips? They're Zaps, so Voodoo. Backwards, but Voodoo chips, super good. Never heard of that? A lot of people haven't, but they're pretty awesome. You can find them at the grocery store or gas station. You should definitely give them a try. Really good. Just straight upgrade to salt and vinegar. Alright. We got cool forge pieces. This looks a lot better. We got man cannons. We got physics model upgrades, which I don't want to be having to do just physics model content here, but it's so important. Arguably like the most important thing, because like I keep saying, if this physics model doesn't interact like correctly and nicely and well, it's gonna be kind of a huge problem. I'm gonna do everything in my power, absolutely everything in my power, to make sure this ends up working very nicely. And unfortunately, that does mean a lot of this. You'll thank me later. I promise you that. When the mod is out and the grass works without issues, my job will be seen as being done correctly, and I'll be happy. Honestly, the side stuff I really don't care about. 75-ish% complete. I don't know what you're cooking up that's taking so long, but I'm very interested. Like, I know what you're doing, but like, that's just crazy that it takes so long to process. Well, I say that, but also even the VHackD stuff took like minutes and minutes and minutes to just cook and cook and cook, so I can't really say I'm like shocked by it necessarily. Yo, I was bored the other night, so I just threw on Stargate Atlantis, because last time I was rewatching the show, I think I got like season 4, so I just kind of picked it up from there. I gotta say, I realized something about how Halo fans and Stargate fans are united. People don't even know. Halo fans and Stargate fans, if you guys don't know about Stargate, Stargate SG-1 is a goated, absolutely goated show. It's sci-fi, military, and all that. But the reason it's like has ties, in my opinion, to Halo is because Halo, at least in the beginning, before the whole 343 arc happened in the story, was about like a realistic, grounded military sci-fi universe. And that is what Stargate kind of is. The entire show starts out as a grounded military show where they actually got tons of Air Force input on the show, on the production of Stargate, to get things as believable and as realistic as possible. And the result is that it's very believable, but that's really what Halo was, in my opinion, at the beginning, was that. It was a very realistic, grounded, not like, I wouldn't say realistic, but it was like a relatively grounded sci-fi military universe. Things got a little wacky when it started, you know, 343 and the Forerunners and the Created and et cetera, but at its core, it was always that military, gritty kind of feel, but with comedy and stuff as well. And that's what Stargate does so well, dude. If you ever... SG-1 is SSS tier? It is. It is. I'm sad because it's old enough now where if you want to try to get somebody new into Stargate, it's going to be a little bit challenging. Just due to the fact that it's older and, you know, like... so that'll be a bit of a challenge to get somebody new into it, but it's really good. You get to watch as like humanity as a civilization evolves as they go through this Stargate, as they discover other planets and other cultures, as they learn more, discover new races and species, and they evolve technologically to the point where they have like amazing technology multiple seasons in. That's just so fun and so cool to watch. Because I think Halo is very sci-fi and not realistic. Reclaimer's Saga Damage be like. Yeah, Halo was like grounded in reality and military type stuff, which was fun. No Teal'c, no deal. Oh, dude, when I'm on season 4, I got to the episode midway, and that's when Teal'c makes his cameo in Atlantis, and I was so happy, dude. I love Teal'c. He's such a goated character. Indeed. I think the top is good. I've spent at least like 2 hours working on just the top part. It's so smoothed out. There's so much work to be done on the bottom, but the top I think is good. Is this a hole? Orda? Let's clean it up. I am so intimately familiar with the shape and layout of this thing, it's disturbing. Oh. That's good enough for that. Let's clean up this one a little bit. Happy. God tier physics model. There's no other way around it. This is maybe the best physics model anyone's ever made for any organic shaped object that has ever been created. And by made, I mean stole and then yoinked and then scrombled and then fixed the scrombling. I actually unscrombled it, fun fact. There was a whole lot of scrombling going on with it, but it is now unscrombled, and I have to say it is quite good. Look how smooth it is, how much detail there is. I'm not floating off the surface. No, the one in... Oh, you sent it? It's done? Oh, shit. Oh, it's super optimized. It's like 400 megabytes. I'm very interested. Whoa, holy shit. Wait, this is insane. What the fuck? Oh my god. So wait, did you, so the way you did this was you split the object into multiple pieces, like you split the grass into multiple pieces, and then you individually did convex hull on those? This is so cool. Holy shit, this is insanely detailed. Okay, looks like a Cub ship. Kind of looks like the Millennium Falcon to me. Like a very fucked up, squished, like the Millennium Falcon that was like made of chocolate and then like was laid out on the ground for too long and melted. Okay, this is really cool. Let me go back. It's 9,000 verts with like 17,000 tries. I don't know if that will import, but I'm gonna give it a fucking shot because this looks awesome. Oh. Oh, I accidentally deleted the armature again. But will it import? Will it blend? That is the question. Alright, in order to do this, I'm going to have to first give it a material called grass. And then I need every other object in the entire scene here, as that is a physics model. To link to that and get the grass material. Okay, they're all good there. Now I got to add their physics model name. So we're going to do set name prefix with the physics model symbol. I'm going to parent them all to the new armature. Give it a try. An insanely detailed physics model. Let's see if it's even possible. Okay, exported reasonably quickly. Import? Ah, damn. It made it to 0249. So, let that be. About halfway before it ran out of the ability to import. If I delete that, that puts it at a limit for this particular setup of about 7,900, or vertices wide, yeah, about 4,100. Are you sure it's not just that piece is messed up somehow? Yeah, no, I've toyed with this a lot, but I've noticed that the vertex limit is about 4,000, 2048, whatever 2048 is times 2. That's 4096. If you go over 4096, because I think if I delete that error piece, which it was at 49, yeah, so if I delete 49, that should keep it under 4096. Close, 4120. I don't know if that's a hard limit. I feel like I've gone over that with other physics models before. But generally that seems to be the case. The thing that confuses me... Undo, and get back to the old physics model really quickly. Peppy, hi Peppy. Oh, you're so cute. Your paw's on my chest. You want me to hold you? You want me to hold you, Peppy? Yeah, hi. Hi, kitty. Try decimating a tiny bit? Alright. You're gonna have to wait though. I gotta cuddle Peppy for a sec. She was begging to be cuddled. You're so sweet, Peppy. You're so cute. This is rough, man. I'm right in the middle of wanting to work on this, but Peppy's demanding cuddles, and she's so cute. You're so cute, Peppy. You're so sweet. Nope. Oh, it's time for a cuddle break? Very true. We need some new emotes? That's true. We should have enough members to add more emotes too. So that's definitely doable. You know what? I'm gonna do that after stream. We didn't know. We do need a Goku Scream emote, actually. She's so fucking cute. Like, I can't even. This is just how she wants to be held. She demands to be held like this. She's so fucking cute. I love you, baby. I miss when she was so small I could just stuff her in my hoodie and go stream. She's too big to fit in my hoodie now. Cortana feet emote. Any Stargate related emotes? Not enough Stargate fans, I would say, in the chat to really take full advantage of that. But maybe if I could get one of like Teal just being like, bruh, staring. I grew up in SG1 Peak, same. Same. Was always airing on Sci-Fi. I remember when they would do the dual week airings of SG1 and Atlantis because they were on TV for the same time for late SG1 seasons. Alright, Green. I'm gonna try to decimate this. I'm gonna go back to my chat GPT. Whoa. Peppy. So I have everything selected. Throw the script in here from ChatGPT. I'm gonna put it at 0.5 and see what the results are like. Peppy, come here, Pep. Peppy, Pep. Alright, that brought it down to like 8,000. Total vertices went to like 4,700. There are some holes in it that are very easily fixable, but The overall quality is still really good. The real question is... Oh, I need to rotate it. Whoops. Yeah, that's a super accurate physics model. That's wild. It would be ideal to get this in and then just fix this one up. It'd be easier to fix up too because everything's kind of in a grid-like pattern. Let's see, is 4,700 too much? And if not, how far does it get down the list? Alright, so I went to 0249 this time. Wait, that's the same as before. Maybe 0249 is actually fucked up. Maybe Green was right. Oh, you know what? It would probably help if I convex hold all the new stuff. That's gotta be done. Alright, take all of you, convex hull. Give that a try. When you have the poop and running to the bathroom is too far, close the iris. Okay, what if I just actually delete 249 in case it's somehow causing some kind of issue? Oh, you know, no, I was gonna say maybe it would be regions, but the regions shouldn't affect anything. That wouldn't affect the import, that would just affect its rendering in-game. Default .00249. Oh, I must not be importing it. I must be grabbing the wrong one. We're on this model new. Yeah, I'm grabbing an old one somehow. Oh, my dumbass. What is this saving to? Am I exporting to Halo 1? Halo 3 generate asset subdirectories. We're in the file physics model new. I'm so dumb. No, it's not this. It's I didn't give them the symbol. I undid the symbol at some point, so it stopped exporting. Alright, but now with the decimations, is it good? It's probably going to still be over by a little bit, but this should make it way further down the list. Couldn't add material. I guess I undid the materials at some point as well. I don't know when I hit Control Z that many times. Okay, that made it to 0353. So we went from all the way up there to about 75% of the way down. So it technically sort of kind of works, but it needs to be decimated even further. Alright, let me clean these up again. I'll get their names fixed once again. Do it global RZ-90. Then we're going to link the materials to fix all of those. I'm going to rename all of them to have that prefix. Okay. Alright, now that I'm all selected, I can run the script again. I need to copy again. 0.5 wasn't enough. I could do 0.3, which is going to be pretty rough, I'm not going to lie, but I'll give it a go. Alright, things are looking pretty rough, I'm not going to lie. This is pretty rough. Fixable, but not ideal. Okay, I'm going to undo that. I'm going to ask ChatGPT for a new script. One that will not just mass decimate. I'm going to say, okay, that script worked great. Okay, you guys can chat. I say, okay, that script worked great. I have a large amount of convex objects I'm using for a very large organic physics model. I would like to take only the objects with only the top 50% of objects with the highest vertex count and apply the decimate modifier to them only. This will preserve the quality of the lower triangle count objects while getting the more complex ones decimated to a lower standard. Can you edit the script to add this detector to add this? Yo, Dragonsraw, thank you for the $2 tip. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I added some Skyrim pictures from my game if you want to see in Discord off topic. Okay, I'll check it out. This way, simpler objects remain unchanged, so that more complex ones get optimized. All right, thank you, ChatGPT. Let's see if it does it. Let's see off topic. This is gonna take a minute. Oh, Green has some good emotes. I'll add those. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, Argonian goes crazy. That's not a vanilla Argonian, is it? That looks like modded, and you got like some crazy ass spikes. It's kind of sick. More power. Okay, that brought the vertex count to 4,800, and the good news is that it preserved all of the smaller pieces, so things look really good right now. Like, really, really good. The problem is I need to bring it down beyond 0.3, and I need to bring it probably to like 0.25 in order to get it working, so I'm going to do that again. This is a great script, though. Bringing everything down, but only the highest quality of objects is kind of huge. Looks like there's some issues that arose, but I think this should be perfectly valid. I brought our vertex count to 4,500, which still technically too high and probably will cause issues, but let's see. That brought us to default 20. That got us way further down the list. We're almost in game. We are about 1,000, we're about 800 vertices off from being in game. I'm just gonna decimate even further to 1.5. This is gonna be rough. Oof, some of those really got destroyed. That actually put us even lower than we needed to be, so I could try 0.2. Hi, Peppy. Welcome back, Peppy. I missed you. Alright, that brings us to 4,200. 4,200 might be good. Problem is, I'm still going to have to do a lot of fix-ups with this, but this is a really good physics model. This is really, really good. Just barely. That brought us to default 34, which means we are 400 off still. Okay, I guess the old other one was better. Unfortunate, because it really destroys the physics model. That's going to require a lot of fix-ups. That's still not enough? Oh man. Halo 3. It's getting shredded. It's not even viable anymore. Why isn't this one getting targeted with a decimate modifier? Like, what the hell? There's plenty of these things here. Make it do top, like, we're still targeting, like, some less complex ones. I guess this is technically really complex. I'm afraid it's just not going to be viable. But this looks so clean, though. This is such a good physics model. God damn it. I'll just return to this one. It looks insanely awful, but it actually works good. We're getting there. We're getting there. Alright, I don't want to keep working on this at this particular moment. We got like halfway through it, I would argue. The entire top of it's really solid. There really aren't any bumps that I've encountered yet. Obviously, we'll find out in like testing in game. Oh, this is... Yeah, I'll at least fix this because this is pretty rough. But yeah, for the most part, good. I think though, I started stream really late tonight, and we're all kind of dying off here. I think I'm gonna call it quits for the night. I would very much like to get this finished off stream, so we don't have to do this tomorrow. I would like to work on cooler stuff tomorrow. Like obviously we did some cool stuff. We got like man cannon, giant forge objects and stuff. Blah blah blah. We tweaked some stuff, made things look a little bit better, but man, honestly kind of slow. I'm a little bit sad about it. I mean, it was fun for me. I still really enjoy working on this stuff, but I'm just like, damn, I wish I could provide a little bit more entertaining content for you guys in this stuff. But I mean, hopefully you guys enjoyed nonetheless. I'm gonna hop off though. I'll be streaming much earlier tomorrow. Hopefully we can get this physics model working. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really try for it because it would be so nice to have that. But yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for the night, you guys. Hopefully you got to enjoy a little bit of this forge object making stream. We're kind of in that slow part right now with the naturey forge objects still. Cleaning up some stuff, but it's important work. It's got to get done. I'll try to do something more entertaining tomorrow so you guys can enjoy things a bit more, but hopefully you're excited to build with these forge pieces. I am thrilled to see what you guys will make. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be doing a lot of game nights. That said, though, I'm going to head out. Have a wonderful rest of your night, guys. Thank you for everybody supported via tips and super chats. You are the reason I can do this, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow at about 6 p.m. Central Time, much earlier than tonight. Yeah, have a good one, y'all. See you then. Bye-bye!